Wrestling's fake.
Oh, yeah?
Jesus!
The organization that brought you Tangled Web, Tournament of Death, and Prelude to Violence. 15 years of hardcore tradition. The Combat Zone is professional wrestling's proving grounds. Combat Zone doesn't do PG. No ballroom dancers or pimps shucking and jiving in our ring. Just the biggest names in independent professional wrestling. Masada.
Oh my God! What? Yeah, what the hell?
Adam Cole.
Only in pro wrestling can two men kill each other and then follow it up with a hug covered in blood.
Danny Havoc.
Oh, please, no.
Drake Younger.
Just moving your body on the canvas. Painful? Not painful as that!
CZW features the ultimate hybrid style of high-flying mat wrestling combined with hardcore, death-defying action the other promotions wish they were allowed to show you. Get the latest news on live events, internet pay-per-views, and more. Or score yourself a classic CZW t-shirt from their online store. Support the ultra-violent underground. Go to czwrestling.com or follow Combat Zone on Twitter.
MoreLikeRadio.com. Because mean people need to laugh too.
Hey, smoker! Sick of smelling like a burnt turd and having your lungs filled with tar? Are you sad and lonely? Like me? Well, help has arrived, at least for the smelly tar part. Put down those disgusting cigarettes and try a RevoCig. RevoCigs are electronic cigarettes that come in both disposable and reusable forms. While normal cigarettes have more than 4,000 toxins, RevoCig e-cigs contain only 5 simple ingredients and using vaping to mimic smoking. For the non-scientist, that means you're puffing water vapor instead of noxious fumes. They even contain nicotine, so you're still getting your fix without filling yourself with poison. They come in different flavors too, like Cured Tobacco, Siberian Menthol, Oregon Blackberry, and the all-new Sava Vanilla. RevoCigs are also money savers. Each individual cartomizer equals about 2 packs of cigarettes and costs only a fraction of the price. You'll literally save thousands. Browse the product catalog online at revosig.com. That's RIVOSIG.com. For a limited time, input the promo code MORE10 at checkout to get 10% off your entire order. That's MORE and the number 10. Join the revolution today at revosig.com.
Hey, you. Yes, you guessed 10,542. Change your username. And while you're in the More Like Radio live page, listening to fine quality programming, notice the banner ad just slightly above the chat room? It's a link to something you want in Amazon. Click it. It's probably reminding you to order something you need from Amazon.com. Don't leave MLR and type the URL like a sucker. Just click the link and it'll open in a new window. This way you can buy your shit and continue listening to the show. Now, change your username. It's right there on the right, stupid.
Did you know you can listen to any of the More Like Radio shows on the go? Download TuneIn Radio on your smartphone and search More Like Radio and never miss a show.
Previously on Hippojuice.
Shot. It's like 300, 400 feet away. It's crazy.
Except for Franz Guggenschmuck, he's like the world champion in frisbee golf.
Yeah, man. What about Franz Guggenschmuck?
Yeah, I'm your average Joe. I'm not your Franz Murgersmock. Everyone knows that.
Not Franz Murgersmock from Sheboygan, frisbee golf champ, 10 years running. Everyone knows him in the community, gay community.
I know he's the Tiger Woods of frisbee golf. Actually, Tiger Woods is a Frank Murgersmock of normal golf.
He is. I know. I've been saying that for years, John. Thank you for bringing that up.
The underdog right now is Tank the Spank Magnusmith.
Tank the Spank Magnusmith, eh? And he's catching up to Frank Muggletuff?
No, that's what he goes by in gay clubs, right?
I didn't realize that frisbee golfers had to have a hype name like that.
Well, the good ones do.
Because he's the underdog. Okay. He has to show that he's extreme.
I mean, Tiger Woods.
They call me Discus Lopez.
Tiger Woods, like Ryan was saying, Tiger's his nickname. His real name is Tiger Fur.
Hippojuice is recorded in front of a live internet audience.
Hello, and thank you for choosing Hippojuice.
Hippojuice show.
What about the Hippojuice
Let me get
people?
back to you a couple minutes. I never even heard of listening to Hippojuice. Maurice a douchebag, Royce.
I want to see the Hippojuice
I
email.
love listening to Hippojuice. Hey, this is Patrice O'Neal, and you motherfuckers are listening to Hippojuice.
I'm a producer, motherfucker. I got
Like, there's
shit.
always so much in my mind, so whenever I'm having sex with somebody, it usually takes me a while to come.
Oh my God! There's a video. Back away.
Picturing you paralyzed. That's why I'm laughing so hard.
Hippojuice, nigga.
Welcome to the Hippojuice Show. The number is 954-573-2780 if you'd like to call in. Or if you want to send us a tweet, just use hashtag Hippojuice to get in contact with us. Today is May 8th, 2013. We are live on morelikeradio.com. Go to morelikeradio.com/live to join the chat and watch the video, which is going on at the same time. And I am watching the Miami Heat playoff game, so I'll try to pay attention to the show, but I can't guarantee anything. Dutch, you don't seem to have that problem because the juggernaut Golden State took you out. You know
what, dude?
The Golden State, bro.
Has Golden State ever won?
Steph Curry put up like 46 points against the Spurs. It's good, man.
Yeah, well, he is, but you think the Nuggets could beat the Golden State? Come on, man.
Yeah, we let that one get away. So
now I'm hoping that the Heat can beat the Bulls tonight.
Heat is on.
Yeah.
Doubles.
No.
Anyway, welcome to the show, guys. Ryan is not in. I guess he's working today. So
I heard he was doing the Frisbee Golf Nationals.
That's what it is. He's doing Frisbee Golf Nationals. We're all proud of him. I mean, there was no one else against him, so we kind of knew he was going to get in. But it's still it's just cool to be nominated, as they say in the biz. In the in the Frisbee Golf biz.
You mean the Frisbiz?
Yeah, the Frisbiz.
The Frobiz.
Yeah, everyone knows about Frisbiz, guys. I have stories and stuff, but Dutch sent me a text last night.
Hold on, dude. You move on to at least one story. I'm still trying to work stuff out over here. Sorry.
Okay, that's fine.
One of my things died on me, so I have to switch some stuff.
That's fine. So we'll start with a fun-loving story. How about that?
I like fun loving. It's the best kind of loving.
Yes, it's from our friend.
Not like that murder
It's
loving.
from our friends over at Newsy.
No.
And before I continue,
that's not tittles.
It's not. But look at her tits.
Those are nice tits.
Look, they're not bad.
That.
They're not bad.
Are they better than Tittles?
Yes.
You're a 6, Dutch. I knew he was going to say that.
5-year-old German woman is finally telling her story about her involvement with Adolf Hitler during World War II. She's been silent on the topic for decades. Margot Volk spent 2.5 years in her mid-20s as one of 15 women who tested Hitler's food for poison before he ate it himself.
She's still alive. There's her. Look, that was her job. Okay, her job was to taste Hitler's food. It's just because it's just when you think of World War II, you think of the concentration camps, you think of that stuff, but you don't think of the little things like who are his food tasters? Like that job had to be probably one of the best and one of the worst at the same time, because the upside is you had better food than anybody, but the downside is a lot of people tried to kill this motherfucker.
Volk told The Times in her first ever interview the food was delicious, only the best vegetables, asparagus, bell peppers, everything you can imagine, and always with a side of rice or pasta. But this constant fear, we knew all of those poisoning rumors and could never enjoy the food. Every day we feared it was going to be our last meal. Volk was drafted for civilian service for the SS after a failed assassination attempt on Hitler in 1940.
Drafted, huh?
Yeah, that's when they make you go there or they kill you and your family.
Right.
She was forced to live in an abandoned schoolhouse along with other women. It was close to Hitler's wolf's lair, but she never actually...
Oh, come on.
What's a wolf's lair?
Hitler had the coolest names of things ever, man. Fucking
Right?
SS. Look, I don't give a fuck who you are. I understand. Hitler was a bad dude, okay? No doubt about it. But SS is the coolest. Stormtroopers, bro? How cool is that? This guy
cool.
and Wolfslayer, this guy had he was the fucking death metal of dictators, man. He had the coolest fucking names for shit.
He did know how to market.
Right.
with other women.
But you think that was his marketing department or not just him?
He had a department. He's Hitler.
Everyone knew Hitler was very artistic, considering he used to be a painter before
Yeah.
he got into the
There's
business.
those
paint by numbers.
So you know that he had schooling and education when it came to marketing to the masses.
Hitler's wolf's lair, but she never actually saw him. The women were forced to taste the food, and then assistants would wait an hour to give any poison time to run its course before serving the food to the dictator.
Wouldn't it get cold?
Wouldn't it get cold? Yeah, that's exact. Wouldn't the food get cold? Like, that sucks. So you don't even get the food that fresh.
It's a price you pay for living.
Yeah.
Volk may be the only taste tester to survive the war. When Hitler abandoned the lair after 800 days in November 1944, a senior officer helped her escape back to Berlin by smuggling her on board Josef Goebbels' train. She believes the other tasters were shot by the advancing Russians. Volk tried to bury the members.
Okay, look, I think enough time has passed where you can make a lovable cartoon villain called Joseph Goebbels, and he's a gerbil who worked for Hitler. Come on, enough time has passed, right? I think we can make that joke now, right?
Would he ride around in like a transparent like running ball?
And he'd have a very like Hogan's Hero, like Clink, very just over the top German accent.
I would only watch it if he wore a scarf.
He would wear, of course he'd wear a scarf. I mean, come on, we're making a blockbuster here, guys. We're not gonna half-ass it.
But one where it's nonchalantly thrown over his back. You know.
So I'm just saying because Disney used to do a lot of that stuff. Like I'm sure you guys have seen all the propaganda videos of like Donald as Hitler. I think we might have talked about it on the show before. So I think Disney needs to go back to that. That's all I'm saying.
Go back to its roots?
Yeah, go back to its roots. Okay, let's move on to the next topic of discussion.
Edgy new ad that has Pepsi apologizing right now. Critics call the online commercial for Mountain Dew racist. So Pepsi has pulled the ad, and ABC's Lindsay Davis is here with more on the provocative marketing campaign that pushed the envelope too far. Good morning, Lindsay.
Good morning, George. Not only are they calling it racist, some are actually calling it the most racist commercial ever.
Most racist.
Can we watch the full ad?
Commercial. Yeah. They play the ad in this. I also wanted to get the
because
other.
I saw a little snippet there. I didn't.
No, they play the whole thing. And they explain the whole thing too. So.
Critics say it portrays racial stereotypes and also makes light of violence toward women. It was all created by a black man who says the storyline is so bizarre it was never meant to be taken seriously.
Now you guys have seen part one of this commercial. It's that goat in the restaurant who's being really rude. They were pumping it during the Super Bowl and around the playoffs and stuff.
I don't recall.
Okay,
but
well you'll see.
Okay.
I know my rights.
The premise of these online ads is absurd enough.
Give it to me.
A crazy goat who becomes obsessed with Mountain Dew.
Give me more. I want it.
They've gotten 2 million views since March.
Which, isn't a lot for Mountain Dew. Like, they make 2 million. There's cat videos that get more than that. So
yeah, but that's considered viral, right? Once you get up in the million mark.
No, it is. But I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's fair if it's Mountain Dew or somebody who has access to get all these viewerships. I mean, that's my opinion.
And now there's a sequel.
Come on, which one is he?
But this morning, some are calling this the most racist commercial ever.
It's me. You should have gave me some more.
The ad features that battered waitress now on crutches being urged to identify a suspect out of a lineup of black men.
They're all black men, by the way, and if you're not watching the video, they're all black men, and then there's one goat, and it was clearly the goat that did it. It was clearly the goat.
But that's funny how the only other people are black. Okay, you know what?
But the guy that made the commercial, keep in mind, is a black dude.
Was a black guy, yeah. But still, even if I were to see that on TV, I'd be like, what? Wait, what?
Well, hold on.
A second.
This commercial wasn't on TV. This commercial was an internet-only commercial. It was like,
oh, okay. It's like
those,
it
was like a viral commercial. So I get what you're saying, maybe, but for the internet, this isn't that bad.
I disagree. I think it's heroic of them to be giving so many employment opportunities to minorities
and goats. I mean, how many times? What about? There's no affirmative action for goats, guys.
You better not snitch on a player.
This ad is destructive.
Oh, hold on. Here comes the real brother's gonna tell us about it.
He likes it.
Boyce Watkins. Wow, he's like my evil black twin. Look, it's Boyce Watkins.
Wow, it is your.
It's my evil black twin, Boyce Watkins. I'll get you, Boyce Watkins, if it's the last thing I do.
Boyce, and he kind of has like the same.
I know.
Oh my God.
I'm taking Boyce Watkins out.
Yeah.
Because it further pushes forward the stereotype of black men as being violent criminals.
Well, no, you know what pushes that forward? Black men being violent criminals. I mean, look, guys. I'm not, listen, the last thing I want to do is race bait or anything, but let's live in the real world too. I get it. I was even on Dutch's side about.
I like Real World 1 better.
Yeah, it's the most real one they had. That's the one that had Puck in it, right?
I believe so.
No, that wasn't the first one. The first one was in New York.
Second one.
Yeah. All right, enough real world talk.
Backlash growing so big, PepsiCo just pulled the 60-second spot saying, "We apologize for this video and take full responsibility." The ad was directed by Tyler, the Creator, an African-American rapper.
Of course. That's what
Producer
Pepsi
and
gets for getting a rapper on board.
You hired someone whose middle name is The. It's your fault, PepsiCo.
I honestly had no idea, and I went to a lot of Sunday school classes, that God's name was Tyler.
Well, he's Tyler, the Creator, probably, or something cool like that.
Rapper, producer, and comedian. His publicist tells ABC News it was never Tyler's intention to offend. For those who know and respect Tyler, he's known for pushing boundaries and challenging stereotypes through humor.
Are we talking about Tyler
This
Perry?
isn't the first time a major corporation has come under attack for pushing the envelope with an online-only ad.
There was Nike's infamous Kill a Chink campaign, where they urged you to kill Chinese people.
What was that one with the Dollar Shave Club one that went viral? Because they were just cursing throughout the whole thing, but they were doing it like that of like a Dairy Queen commercial.
By the way, can I say, you reminded me, because since I'm a very popular, famous person, I get clout perks where people send me free things to try out. So,
by the way, I am running low on RevoSig cartridges.
Okay, that's perfect. See, that's how you do it. So Dollar Shave Club sent me like a thing to try them out. I gotta say, their idea, and I mind you, they're not even a sponsor, but their idea, I wish I thought of it, because how many times do you go to a fucking to like a Walgreens or some sort of pharmacy and you have to pay $25 for 4 razor blades?
I would go
really
with you on
is
this
ridiculous.
one, but I haven't clean shaven since I was, I think, like 21 or 22.
No, I'm talking to real men. I'm not talking to you.
Because I get such bad razor burn, my skin can't handle it, so I just use like dry clippers. I can't use shave. But I know what you're talking about.
They have sensitive skin lotion that helps, my friend.
I do, believe me, man. I've tried them all.
Yeah. Called Fairy Cum.
Plus, I look more sexy.
Stop. See, I was on your. Hold on. I was on your side, Dutch. Let me pop you up on your camera. I was on your side, Dutch, until you started to make it about how you're handsome. Don't do that.
Look at the stubble.
You're making
Royce.
everyone uncomfortable. Everyone's uncomfortable now.
This is like less than a week. I can grow a beard.
I get it. No, so can I. Trust me. But, come on.
Well, I can also grow hair too.
Yeah. Well, I cannot do that. So you got lucky. Alcoholic. So this now that you're all set up, Dutch sends me a text last night, pretty late after Dutch and Royce, and he's like, "Jesus Christ, I forgot to tell a story that happened." And he told me what it was, and I was like, we're doing it tomorrow. I don't care what happens. So I've been giddy about this. Dutch, can you care to explain? Well, you take it. It's your story.
Well, this weekend I went up to see. And we were,
that's
out.
his. By the way, that's his boo. I'm doing that now,
boo.
Dutch. I'm translating for the urban youths because I want them to get the
it's
show.
good. We need a diversity on this show because we only have one black show. And that's that goes on before DNR. But either way, So I met Kelly's parents finally for the first time.
Oh
we
my
had
gosh.
fun.
Was it good?
Very nice people. Apparently I did good, according to Kelly. So, but later that night, we decided to go out. There's a bar called, I think it's called like Front Porch or Back Door or lunch or something that has to do with the house. And they have their bid is that every day they pull out I think 2 names, and if your name is that name of the day, you drink free all day.
Oh no, that's bad for you.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
No, but it wasn't my name. It was Kelly.
Oh, that's bad. Still bad for you.
Because she follows him on Facebook just to check to see whose name it is. So
Right.
she's like, let's go to Front Porch. I'm going to be able to drink free. So we went down, and this was the day of the Kentucky Derby. And so there's, and it's it's a bar that's geared more towards younger professionals and that type of thing.
Right.
It's a nice place, and they have all these couches and whatnot. And so Kelly and I's favorite thing to do is to sit. We got on the couches, and we loved just judging people and making up full life stories about them and why they got divorced. And obviously we've never met anybody, but we just like doing that. So when we went there, Kentucky Derby Day, there was people who had been day drinking all day with the big floppy dumb hats, and people who were wearing these ridiculous suits, and they were just hammer time. And, we were looking over and there was like, chicks like making out with each other and stuff like that. Well, later towards the night, we noticed that there's these other people making out on this like middle bar, like the standing table things. Where
So where it's like
set your drink.
It's
like
a packed
big,
bar.
Like,
yeah, I know what you're saying.
Right. Okay. So that was like in the middle of the room, and we were sitting on the couch, just judging people, and we noticed that like this couple was making out, and then the next thing we knew, the girl started making out with another guy, like standing 2 feet away from them, and we were like,
"Oh no,
that's weird." Like they're probably just drunk from day drinking as well. And then we noticed that guy who was just making out with that girl started making out with another. And by the way, all these people are like good-looking people. They're like all like 7s and 8s or whatever.
Okay, that's not bad.
So at first we were like, oh, okay, so these are like the couple that swapped. So it was like 4 of them, whatever.
Swingers.
And the next thing we know, and we gave them names, like one was Maud, the other one was Gertrude.
Gotcha.
And then there was Buster and I think Dave.
Okay.
And so but then Dave and Buster started like making out with other. Before we knew it, like there were like close to 20 different people all switching around, making out with each other, filling each other up. They were like sucking on each other's nipples in the middle of the bar.
Liking it.
And at one point, Kelly turned to me and she's like, what the fuck is going on here? And I'm like, I don't know. And so there was a group of them that went outside to go smoke a cigarette. And I was like, you know what? Okay, I'm going to go outside. You figure out what's going on in here. Because one of the couples came and sat down on the couch that was near us.
Oh, no.
Okay, you find out what's going on here. I'm going to go outside and find out what's going on out there. Well, I went outside. It looks like half of them left to go do whatever it is they were going to go do. I come back inside. Kelly's sitting next to, the couple on the couch.
No.
Hey, I came down or whatever, and I was like, hey, what'd you figure out? And they looked at me and they were like, oh yeah, we're all swingers. So they proceeded to not only describe in great detail how great it is to watch their girlfriend or fiance or husband get fucked by some other guy or girl in front of them, but they proceeded to invite us and saying, hey, you guys want to come back with us, or hey, do you Kelly and I were kind of sitting there going, oh yeah, that sounds great. So I got hold on a second. They gave me the password to a good looking couples only website, like a swingers website. Hold on,
you got oh no.
Cassidy.com. Here, hold on, I'll hold up to the camera.
Okay. Hold on. Leave it there. I'm pulling it up as we speak.
Yes, please, for Michelle and Spencer. So we got propositioned by a bunch of good-looking swingers, and that was one of the things they said too. They're like, yeah, we've been to other swinger clubs and whatnot, and they were just mainly old, ugly people. So we were like, let's see if we can't start our own type of swingers club with. And believe me when I tell you, these were good-looking people.
So what'd you do?
Well, I danced around the issue with Kelly, and I know she's listening right now. I was
you had to do the rope-a-dope. I know what's happening. Hold on.
What do you think?
You had to do the rope-a-dope. This is awesome. Every guy knows this.
Wait, what's a rope-a-dope?
Explain. Every guy knows this. Before John, I want to explain what rope-a-dope is here.
Yes.
Every guy knows this. What you do is that when you're in a situation when you really want something.
Hold on, dude. Where does that come from? It's obviously Ali.
Thing. Basically, it's you dance around. Ali would dance around the ring, and the other guy would eventually get tired or frustrated, and then he would just beat him down. So the rope-a-dope in a relationship is what you do is when it's a situation like that, like Dutch's situation, or you want to have a threesome, when you really, really want it, but you don't want to oversell your hand, because if you do, it's a definite no. But if you rope-a-dope, you move around and you play it up, and you might eventually get even a maybe or a yes, but you got to be smart with it. Every guy's done the rope-a-dope at some point.
How have you done a rope-a-dope with me?
Every guy has done a rope-a-dope.
Every day of your relationship has been a rope-a-dope with him.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
All right, so Dutch, go ahead. Go on.
So I was kind of like, so that's odd. After they got up and left and whatnot, and it was like, and I kind of feel the same way. But her first reaction was, I couldn't sit there and watch you fuck another girl in front of me. And I was like, yeah, I don't want that guy who's way better looking than me, boning you either. So that's kind of the conclusion that we came to. But
right.
Here's my thought. And maybe, obviously we're all huge fans of Patrice, and he, have you guys listened to the Black Phillip show?
Yeah.
His whole thing was all about, three-ways and whatnot, and evolving as sexual species. So you take the sex out of it, and makes a relationship better. And and Kelly and I were discussing it, and I wanted to see what you guys thought, because you hear about porn stars like Joanna Angel and James Dean have been dating for the better part of 10 years, because cheating is not a problem in the relationship because that's their job. So and you always see porn stars have the best relationships when that's pulled out of it, and it seemed like with this couple, or these 10 couples, 20 people there, they all couldn't be happier because that whole jealousy aspect of the relationship is gone. Now, do you think that they're just more evolved or advanced as far as that goes?
I mean,
because there's a problem with the fact that...
You know what it is? I'm a hypocrite. That's my problem, is that I'm a hypocrite, because I want that openness with as many chicks as possible in me, but the problem is on the flip side, I wouldn't though want the opposite. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and that's just it. Is when we were talking to these people, they were once you get over that manhood, no, this is my girl, this whole territorial thing. Once you get past that, I guess it makes everything better, because according to that, maybe Patrice even talked about that in his comedy and in his show that he used to do. He's you got to get over that whole selfishness of this is mine, nobody else can touch it type of thing.
Right.
So, I mean, I don't know. Is that the next step with us? Because the Romans figured it out for a while there.
Yeah, but let's be honest here. The Romans, I like when people compare us to the Romans. The Romans also did a lot of fucked up things too, like fucking little boys.
Exactly, and that's what I want to see. I want to see football games with swords.
So,
and
the
lions.
The real question I have is, did you get their number? And there's a reason I'm asking.
We didn't ask for the number, and they didn't offer it, but they did offer the website and the screen name and all that kind of good stuff. So
because I would like to talk to them on air, because I would be fun.
I'll do my best.
See if you get hold of them, because that would be a fun one. I think. I'm just
No, you know what? You're good. I didn't even think about that.
Just out of curiosity. See,
they had no problem, because they noticed that eyeballing them up, going what the fuck is going on here? So, and that was kind of the reason why this couple, who weren't even a real couple, one was married to another guy and one was engaged to the other girl or whatever, but they were a couple for that night. And they're the ones who came over because they assumed that we were going to start talking to them.
Right.
So, but yeah, I mean, they seemed open to talk. They love talking about the being swingers.
Oh, so. There's about to be a fist fight between LeBron and Noah. Sorry, I was actually listening, but Noah's being himself. If you know anything about basketball, Noah's being himself.
A goofy, weird jump shot that for whatever reason goes in.
Yeah, he just basically held LeBron down and wouldn't let him go. So LeBron's look, Noah, you're a tough dude, but LeBron would knock your fucking head off. So why don't you calm down? There's certain guys that you could go, okay, I could. Who knows? I could take him. LeBron James would murder my face.
Well, that's the thing though. Is Noah a brother, or is he
no? Well, he actually went to UF.
I don't know what he is.
I think he's a halvesy.
Yeah, he's an adult with a ponytail.
That's just it. But he's got wispy. I guess he has white hair.
He's got
sort
nappy
of black
hair.
features. I don't know. I don't know what he is.
Yeah.
But I guess it's that part of that culture. You got to stand up for yourself, no matter how big the other guy is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, true. All right,
I just never understood how somebody gets into swinging. You have to start early, I think, to mentally be prepared for it, or be with somebody who's already in that mental state.
Or get cheated on enough times and go, okay, I need to change the way I'm thinking. I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna do my best to see if we can't get these people on the phone sometime next week.
Right.
I mean, we had similar discussions about how this even could go about, because we know Rich Woods. And what he talks about and what he stands for.
Can we get Rich on the phone since we're talking about this?
Probably in a couple. He just had back surgery, so I don't want to bug him.
Yeah,
he's not doing anything. He's just laying down.
No, we'll bug him later. I promise we'll get him on. We will get him on.
What about Jane?
Well, she works.
She's working, dude. People have jobs.
Yeah.
I don't know what their work schedule is.
Well, Dutch, I have a video that I think you'll like. You know those bicyclists that are always? We always talked about it on the show.
Hate them.
Okay, well, you're gonna like this video then. Let me turn this up.
The most infamous riding routes high above Los Angeles, and we're about to show you a new video of a spectacular crash, which everyone walked away from. It is going viral, and ABC's Lindsay Davis is here with the latest. Lindsay.
Good morning, Lyra. This stretch of road is obviously known to be dangerous. It's a popular photo op for bikers. They actually go there and get their photos taken. But watch what one videographer caught on camera, something people are calling a case of being in the wrong place.
Well, Lindsay has a case of too much forehead.
At the very wrong time.
Watch what happens when this
Look at
biker
this.
loses control and slams right into these two unsuspecting cyclists. Watch again as the biker.
That is awesome.
I'm gonna back it up a little
That
bit.
is
I want Marie to
great.
see it. I want Marie to see it. Okay, can you see Marie?
Yeah. At the very wrong time.
Watch what happens when this biker loses control and then slams right into these two unsuspecting cyclists.
Having their stupid shorts.
Watch again as the biker drifts onto the shoulder of a California road, colliding with the two men, sending the first one flying and knocking the second one right off his bike.
He got hit. He was still like in the seated position in his hands, like.
You know how some people have on the back of their cars, watch out for motorcyclists.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think motorcyclists should start having bumper stickers on the back of their motorcycle saying "Watch out for cyclists"?
By the way, I'm not buying that he lost control. It doesn't look like he lost control at all. It looked like he was just like, yes, I'm winning a bet. Like, as I'm sure his buddy was like, I bet you won't hit a biker.
Yes, I'm gonna just pile drive right into these cyclists.
That is hilarious.
That
is
seems
so funny.
I mean, that takes balls to do that on purpose because you're also gonna mess your own bike up. And
Yeah, he's got a helmet
possibly-
that actually covers his face, though. He's fine.
Yeah, I'd be fine.
Calling? He's calling. The first cyclist hit was taken to a local hospital for medical treatment.
He was sitting
They did find out he was doping.
up in pain, asked him what hurts the most, and really it was his
My pride, man. My pride.
elbow and his low back.
Oh, I was wrong. I would assume he would say pride.
The second one sustained only minor injuries. The incident occurred Saturday afternoon on Southern California's Mulholland Highway along a 2.4-mile stretch of road
That was a
aptly
weird
named
movie.
The Snake. It's known for its tightly coiled curves and 21 hairpin turns. This
So I have an idea. If you know this and you're a bicyclist or cyclist, whatever you call yourself, don't ride your bike on that road because clearly people can't see you and you're going to get murdered. So why are you riding your bicycles on the
But
fucking
like
road?
where he was, like he could have seen him coming up. Like you could see.
That's what
like,
I felt the same thing. I feel like he
I
did
don't
it on
know how
purpose.
he lost
particular
lost
corner is
control.
called Edwards Corner. Motorcycle wrecks are so common here that every weekend, two photographers and a videographer camp out to capture this.
I'm fine, bro.
Is that the video of the person yelling, or is that you guys?
That was
yelling?
me yelling. It's bad.
Royce is such a baby.
I don't like these things. I look away.
Really? I think enough of it.
Look at this guy. That's not a way to ride a scooter. You're riding it all wrong.
Slip-ups.
Bro, why are there so many camera crews there that just hang out going, oh, here comes everything. Oh,
It's
okay,
kind of like
we'll give
those camera crews that hang out at the Golden Gate Bridge for people jumping. They just set up there the whole time.
Right.
Inevitable.
He fell over the
It all
guardrail.
becomes fodder for this YouTube channel, a compilation of crashes, each with hundreds of thousands of views, further popularizing this stretch of Mulholland and drawing more riders of all abilities to this ascending uphill corner, which might be best described as a collision course.
Is that better?
Can we just get a clip of reactions of Royce looking at people getting slammed?
Ow, that looks like it hurts.
He has a funny reaction. I like how you
Like
hurts my ears.
I had weird pet peeves when I was a kid, and like one of them was like I was always afraid of getting rope burn. You know, like a rope, like when you see, even like when I'm
a
not
rope?
as
I'm sorry. You're,
a rope,
You're
like-
speaking above my language. I don't understand.
well, you know when you like slide down a rope without gloves on or something, you get rope burn on your hands. And I don't know why it never even happened to me, but for some reason, as a kid, not as an adult anymore, but as a kid, when I would watch it in movies,
To this day, you can't touch rope.
I just cannot. I can't even listen to the Foo Fighters song "Rope."
So what if one of us was drowning, and the only way to save us was to throw us rope to pull us up.
No, I could throw rope. No, I'm fine with rope.
You just won't be able to pull.
Me and rope have a good relationship now, guys. I don't think you understand. As a child, me and rope did not get along.
Was it because you had to climb the rope in gym class and you were afraid you were going to fall down?
It never had anything to do with that. It was just in movies or like in cartoons, even when I would see like somebody slide down a rope without
cartoons,
gloves.
they just catch fire spontaneously.
I know, but
and
even
anvils fall from the sky.
Even in movies.
I like how the guy's bike just blew up into like a million pieces. It just makes me smile. Like, you jackass with your $5,000 Trek bicycle.
It is hilarious, right? That he just the way how hard he got hit with that motorcycle.
The worst rope burn I ever had. We used growing up. Like
I don't
want to
hear it.
Here
I don't want
to
to hear
Colorado.
it. Ew.
I want to hear it.
We had these these go-karts that had just the rope pull thing, but the spring broke on my brother's, so basically had to take the rope and wrap it around the cylinder and pull it like an old-timey type of thing. And one day I was walking behind him and he was wrapping the rope around it. He pulled it and it didn't start, but he whipped it back and it wrapped around my neck. and it left like this big old rope burn across my neck. And I don't know if I can find it. It's probably in a box somewhere. But 3 days later, I had to get my passport picture taken.
Of course.
I think it was like a nice big rope burn thing. I'll see if I can't find it for you. But
Did anyone ask if you were trying to hang yourself?
that's what it looked like.
That's the worst part. No, no, I bet you they didn't, because in those situations, people, what they normally do is they just kind of look at you funny and whisper behind your back. Because they don't want to, no one wants to bring it up.
The kid that jerks off and hangs himself. It looks like he made it.
Why is it always before something like a passport photo, though? It always is the case. Like, I remember there was a time.
Passport photos you have for like 7 years.
I remember there was a time, and I may have told this story a while ago, that this is when I was a really little kid, and my older brother liked to just pinch my nose and pretend like he grabbed my nose. And one time he was messing with me way too hard and broke a blood vessel, and I looked like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer because it was just my nose was like bright red. And like the next day, they had a local paper come in to interview like elementary kids what they thought about the Pittsburgh Penguins, and for some reason they took my interview and they had a photo of me, and so even in a black and white newspaper, you could see how red my nose
That's
was.
hilarious.
How stupid is Schittsburg? Who cares about elementary school kids? About their hockey team. That's the more important point.
I don't know. It was probably some fluff piece.
That's a really bad fluff piece.
All right. The next story is, Rodman's doing God's work again, guys. Dennis Rodman.
Is he still talking to North Korea?
Well, he
Where's he going to, like Libya or some other like terrorist cell place and saying, "Hey, they all think I'm cool."
Former NBA star Dennis Rodman is tapping his friendship with North Korea's leader Kim Jong-un to ask for the release of Korean-American man sentenced to 15 years of hard labor in North Korea.
Could you imagine if he actually like got that to work?
That would, then people would have to shut their fucking mouths.
Yeah, then they'd be like, okay, you know what? All right.
And this is what he said. This is what he tweeted. He tweeted this. I'm calling on Supreme Leader of North Korea, or as I call him, Kim, to do me a solid and cut Kenneth Bay loose, Rodman said on Twitter.
You really can't deny someone if they're saying, do me a solid.
You have to do somebody a solid, you know? He later called the tweet a direct response to a Seattle Times editorial that dared him to ask Kim for the release if the two are really buddies.
Well, here's the thing, though. Like, Kim Jong-il was a huge Bulls fan, and he had every single, like, Jordan, when Jordan was on that whole stretch with the Bulls, he had every single game on VHS tape and would watch at least one a night before he went to bed.
Right.
Like, he was a huge Bulls fan. So, traversely, I'm assuming Kim Jong-un is as well.
Yeah.
So
you got to assume he is.
Dude, if he's able to pull this off, yeah, that would shut a lot of people up.
Rodman visited North Korea in February and sat next to Kim as they watched an exhibition basketball game. We know all that. Bay is a tour operator who was arrested. This is the guy that was arrested in North Korea in November. The North Korea Supreme Court sentenced him last week for unspecified hostile acts. Unspecified hostile acts? That sounds legit. In a foreign ministry statement on Sunday, North Korea said the 44-year-old Washington State man entered the country with a disguised identity. Bay is at least the sixth American detained in North Korea. Now, the reason he was there, he's a Korean American. He works in China, but he goes every month to North Korea to feed orphans. And they arrested him. That's for real. That's not even a joke. I'm not even adding that.
Why do we
what he
put up with
does.
this fucking country?
Because, bro, it's all political bullshit. It's all political bullshit.
It's like I mean, never mind.
He just needs to be hit on the nose of the newspaper. Just so he stops, you know?
No.
North Korea's foreign ministry rejected speculation that it was seeking a U.S. envoy to negotiate Bay's release, saying it is not a political bargaining chip. Analysts have said North Korea may be using Bay as bait to open direct negotiations with the United States over nuclear arms programs. Bay's sentencing came during a lull after weeks of threats of war. Yeah, because what happened was he never attacked. Because remember, Kim kept saying he was going to attack. He never did. And now he's like, well, fuck you. I'm going to take an American. Fuck you now. This guy is a moron, and he's legit. Because at first when you watch this, you think, like, people around him are running the country. But the more things progress, he's running the country. Like, he's doing things that a child
How old is he,
would do.
22?
He's just a young kid. It's ridiculous.
By the way, isn't Israel attacking Syria at this point?
Whatever. Who cares? Whatevs, I say.
Well, that's the end of the world if that happens.
It's fine.
I don't know if it's the
It's
end
fine.
of the world.
As we know it.
What do you? Yeah, if you play,
And
the
I
song-
feel fine.
Thank you.
Don't do that. Don't ever sing that song in front of me.
Don't ever
You know,
stop.
it's 6 o'clock TV and
Don't. No one knows the words. No one knows all the words.
Leonard Bernstein.
You're just saying some of the words. You're not saying all the words.
I love that scene. Was it either Black Sheep or Tommy Boy?
Yeah, well, they're the same movie, if you ask me. 2 boys suspended for pointing pencils like guns.
What?
I know.
Another one of these
I'm
stories.
so glad they got suspended. Those
7-year-old kids deserve to go to jail for life.
That is not how a number 2 pencil should be used.
As a kid, everything was a gun. A banana was a gun. A pencil was a gun. Everything was a gun.
A straight stick was a gun because you could just pretend it's like an old-timey musket.
It doesn't
'cause they were
matter.
straight.
Everything was a gun.
But it's a fucking gun.
What don't they get? Guns are cool, guys. That's why kids like them. A 7-year-old who was suspended for 2 days after playing a game of make-believe with his friend returned to school on Wednesday. On Friday, Christopher Marshall, a 2nd grader at Driver Elementary School in Suffolk County, Virginia, and his classmates were playing with pencils, pointing them at each other and making machine gun noises. First off, pencils are not machine guns. Pencils are pistols. I understand why he got suspended now. You're so fucking dumb. You're so dumb. Machine guns are big logs or 2x4s. That's a machine gun. Pencils are pistols at best. At best, okay? So come on, man.
What happens when kids start just forming their hands
Oh, they cut them off.
like a gun?
They cut the hands off.
But it's their hand.
Hey, Royce, what was the sound you made for your gun?
Bop, 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 bop.
All right, what about
You would
Dutch?
say bop when you shot?
Well,
Everybody has a go-to sound.
Because I like.
What was your-
well, I'll
what
explain
was
my
your
noise.
go-to sound?
I can explain my noise. The pop noise was I really like Terminator 2 and the way like that grenade launcher he had sounded. You know what I'm talking about?
The grenade launcher was more like a thump.
No, it was a pop. It was more of a pop.
no, it's more like a boom.
No, it was pop.
thing.
No, you're thinking of. Okay, so we're making noises now. See, this kids love guns.
No,
If this point
that's
hold
the
on,
thing,
Dutch.
though. Like,
Dutch.
My go-to is just like I would do like actual
No.
breath air like type of thing.
Nope, that's
And
more of a
spit
paintball.
Would go everywhere.
John, what was yours?
Oh,
And then, of course,
Doozers, I don't do
But
the
by the
doozers.
way, everyone has the same laser gun, though. Let me hear your laser gun, Dutch. Pew, 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 pew. Everyone's was the same.
But mine had a little bit more fuzz underneath it.
No, I know,
which
but
meant it was a little more powerful.
But I guess what I'm saying is guns have a lot more different.
Well,
See?
lasers could be like pew or pew pew. I mean, or
But mine was like, like
oh
an
yeah, he
actual,
has like the sound effect.
And by the way, Punchy in the chat room, Birdman's not a Birdman's a douche, but Noah with the fucking adult with the ponytail's not a douche.
By the way, call in with your best gun mouth sound effect.
Yes, that's what we're doing.
954-573-2780.
So anyway, let's read the story. 7-year-old. Okay, on Friday I read that. He says I got a call from Christopher's school at 12:30. This is the mother, Wendy Marshall, a stay-at-home mother of 5, so she doesn't have a job. Told Yahoo. His teachers told him.
Being a parent is the most important job of all. Right?
No, I would say being a Navy SEAL is the most important job of all. His
I
teachers
agree.
told me that Christopher.
Even Navy SEALs have moms.
Yeah, they do. You're right. That's cool. But a mom.
Without a mom, there would be no Navy SEAL.
a mom.
What if the mom was a Navy SEAL?
His teacher told me that Christopher and his friend were playing with pencils, making machine gun and bang bang noises. I asked them, bang bang, that's so hack. I asked if they were pointing the pencils at anyone else, if they were angry or hostile, disrupting class, or refused to stop when asked.
This awkward. Why would you be like, are you angry? Are you hostile to a 7-year-old?
The teacher
You didn't
said
ask
no.
that. You
no.
just said go to the principal's office.
The teacher said no. I told her that I would speak to Christopher, but his teacher said she was under obligation to report them anyway. So they reported them to the police. Wendy immediately picked up her son from school, and when she got there, the principal explained that due to the school's zero tolerance policy against weapons or anything that resembles a weapon, Christopher will be suspended on Monday and Tuesday, suspended for 2 days. Allowed to return on Wednesday. Bethany Bradshaw, spokesman for Suffolk Police Schools, could not be reached for comment, but according to the reports, Fox 43 said, by the way, Fox 43, Jesus Christ, you're up in the UHF level? Fuck, it fucking sucks. Sorry, but that's it's just usually Fox is 1 through 12, you know? And anywhere I've ever lived, it doesn't get up to the 43s.
Yeah, but it's weird.
That's a UPN number.
It's weird, though, because Fox 43 is on Channel 2.
Oh, it makes sense.
We actually, our NBC affiliate is on 5 and 30.
A pencil is a weapon when it's pointed at someone in a threatening way and gun noises are made, and that some children would consider it threatening, who are scared about shootings in schools or shootings in the community. Kids don't think cowboys and Indians anymore. They think about drive-by shootings and murders and everything they see in television news every day.
7-year-olds!
Well, I'm just reading what the principal's saying. According to Suffolk County News Herald, the school had received hundreds of emails and on one day fielded about 75 calls per hour regarding the matter. Bradshaw wrote in an email to the paper that the reaction to the incident was overwhelming. Opinions are very strong and mean-spirited and often include abusive language and profanity. Yes, because you're taking children out of school.
You're a fucking idiot, and then hanging up.
Because you're taking children out of school because they're making fake noises.
I want to applaud them for never taking it far enough.
You're right. You're right. I told the principal that Christopher's father's an ex-Marine. That gets even better. You're never an ex-Marine, ma'am. You just retired. And he was just emulating his dad, said Wendy. Apparently, the students were...
what they say?
I swear to God. Every Marine... I have a few Marine friends.
Yeah, once you're a Marine, you're always a Marine.
Yeah, that they really say that. They do not call them ex-Marines.
Ex, yeah.
Apparently, the student was told at the beginning of the year that they couldn't pretend that objects were guns. They were only 4 weeks.
7-year-olds forget things 2 seconds after you tell them. I forget things 2 seconds after you tell me.
Yeah, but
that's because of the alcohol.
Yours is because you drink a lot. 7-year-olds because they're 7. How could they remember that?
Truthful.
Kids need, this person just said it. The mom just said that, Dutch. Kids need to be reminded to bathe and brush your teeth every day. Besides, they were just being boys. The disciplinary report will be on Christopher's record forever. The report below was provided by the Marshall family.
Okay, now she's getting a little overdramatic.
No, it's not. No, it's not anymore. No,
you know what?
Forever, yes. He goes to apply for a loan. Oh,
you know what,
time
though?
He got suspended in middle school.
It's hard enough for congressmen, in the House and Senate to really understand the true nature of gun law and the Second Amendment. But I really think that these kids, these 7-year-olds, really have a good grasp, and it should be left to them to make those kind of decisions.
But it's just this is what we've turned into. Like, even since I don't want to even since the beginning, since this show, since I started doing Hippojuice, the country's fucking changed. Like, it's getting to the point where even sometimes I'm sitting there and I'm Mr. I don't care what happens, and sometimes I catch myself going, "Ooh, that was a little bit," in my mind, not because I believe it, but because you become trained to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, even that commercial, the stupid Go commercial.
Yeah, we've been trained to know what's appropriate and what's not on terrestrial TV.
Even though you don't personally believe
wasn't even TV, it was an internet commercial.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where, at least from my mind, I watch it and go, oh, someone's going to get really upset about that one. It's like, I'm not upset.
We would never do it, but we recognize the dick fucks who would.
Right, and but my point is it's
sad.
Exactly. But my point is that, Dutch, you were just saying it too. It seeps into your everyday life, even though it doesn't personally bother you. You go, oh, someone's gonna find that offensive. Like, you already know what the.
That's what the first thing I said when I said it. I'm like, oh yeah, that's.
Like, I have the Scooby Doo.
Yeah,
I have the Scooby Doo sound in my head as I row.
Yeah, even on things where you're like, oh, they shouldn't have, blah blah blah. Like, it's stuff. It's weird, dude. It's turning into this just weird, like. But there's two sides of it. Like, anything with guns or violence.
We have someone else's thought pattern alongside of our own thought pattern when we see things.
Yeah,
that's not right.
That's a good way to put it. Yes, you're not. You're just. There's this other underlying thing. Even when I say something on this dumb show, And now, because there's more people listening, I'm like, okay, should I? Because dude. Look at that. A stupid throwaway thing with the Red Show on our station showed up on the Huffington Post or New York Post. It was silly. So my point is that you're afraid. You can become scared.
I think that this is an effect of people that have to speak publicly. Like, if you don't have to present yourself to anybody else, I don't think that you have that secondary train of thought. But for us, where we have, on air, off air mode, or, in front of people, not in front of people mode, you have to put yourself in that perspective of, I'm speaking to somebody else and I want to make sure that they're receiving what I say properly. And that's why we have that.
With you. I think a lot more people have the same double train of thought that we have. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, we have a little bit more because we are, we do the.
I said doo-doo.
Yeah, we got it. We we have to, but I think a lot more people have it because I have heard like other people, like my brothers or like, my friends or whatever, be like, oh, wow, someone's going to get in trouble for that. Like, that's weird that we have the PC police train of thought and then our own thought, like at the, yeah.
You're right. You become worried about everything.
And what about when you kind of root for somebody that like, oh, someone's gonna get in trouble for that, but I'm really glad they said it. Like, I'm glad it's out there.
Yeah. No, it's you get blackballed. Anything now. Just anything.
Even internet.
People,
like the first article with Tyler the Creator, a black guy doing that. Like, it just.
Well, Joel, I do see your
point.
Can
you imagine if it was a white guy? Can you imagine if it was a white guy?
A white guy wouldn't
would
have done
have
it.
his head.
I don't think a white guy would have done
it. What if
it.
it's Eminem? He's kind of ghetto.
Oh, true. He is kind of black.
8 Mile.
He's already respected.
Oh.
But to speak on to what Joel said, do you think maybe it's more so a matter of like the internet where everyone can have their own Twitter where it is still public and people have seen, from a Twitter account getting fired or having ramifications. You're still speaking out to somebody else. I really just think like before you had that kind of public communication, people were really more so self-centered and, you didn't really think about what others, how.
Well, here's the thing: is my thought
others.
is that like the internet now is a lot more of a like a public source of like any type of information, news, all that kind of stuff. Whereas before, even like in the early stages, Twitter, what you said on the internet, it's kind of like whatever. Don't it's on the internet. Where now it's considered a viable source of whatever. Like you said, people getting fired for. Usually, it was only things you said on like terrestrial TV, radio, and cable,
and it makes
it get you in trouble. Now, people's Twitters are getting quoted all the time.
It makes it hard for it makes it hard. I guess it has to stifle creativity too, because everybody who's ever been a famous person that pushed the line also had a day job. And back then, you could be a Lenny Bruce and go to a club and be horrible. Before he got huge, and still work a day job and no one would know anything. But now you could be a nobody who's trying to become a comic, and they find you saying a joke about AIDS or something, and you're gonna get fired not from your police job, from your Walmart job. You know what I'm saying? Like now, and so a lot of people won't even take the chance to be creative because they're afraid of losing their livelihood because of organizations like Huffington Post and the New York Post that lambaste people over stupidities. But it's getting to the point now where you have to choose now. You can either be creative or be fired.
Here's the difference, though. I am seeing a pushback. I mean, dude, even the last story we just read, apparently there was 1,000 people calling in going, you guys are fucking idiots for suspending this kid. Mm-hmm. So there are people who do think normally, but it's these organizations like schools or whatever that feel like they need to do this for that small percentage of people that may get pissed off.
But here's the thing, and here's the thing. This is
the majority of people who are getting pissed off are the people. That's the majority.
But this is the first time. But back in the day, the majority would be what the majority of people thought would be what people would cater to. Now we're catering to the minority of what people think, just because we have to live in a perfect world where nobody's allowed to be offended.
Right.
Nobody
if one guy makes a stink, then everybody has to be, okay, let's make sure that this guy's happy.
Yeah, but then again, like I said, with Twitter, the whole thing, just with everything, social media wise, a lot more people are pushing back because it's a lot easier to do so. Because back in the day, if you had an agenda-driven type of argument, you did work to get people to hear what you did, and then obviously it makes the news or whatever. And people who are, who go, oh, well, that's stupid. Why would you get pissed off about that? Don't have the same drive to put together their own protests and whatnot, where now you can just go on Twitter and be like, you're a fucking idiot. And you can see that right there, plain as day, or just call in, or just do little comments on someone's like Facebook wall where people are pushing back and going, no, you're a sensitive douche. And I'm actually, I kind of like that I'm seeing that a lot more these days.
Yeah, no, I know. I mean, I guess, but it's like I said, it's I don't know, man. Everything now, I've been catching, like I said, just to go back to my original thought, I've been catching myself doing it, and it's scaring me that I'm thinking like that.
No, don't. That's that we are the last bastion of that. So we're the first and last because we got into podcasting right around when it got invented, right?
Yeah, no, right in the beginning, like early days.
So if we're dinosaurs in the podcast world, we need to stand our ground.
I plan to. I plan to stand my ground. I don't care, but it's just things like when the whole stupid New York Post thing happened. Even within our own station, there was people that were bickering, about what we should do and what everyone thought that was the right thing to do in this situation.
Fuck that. No, I say I don't know why I didn't actually pay attention. I mean, I know everything that happened. I didn't know there was bickering going on, but the Red Show got themselves on the paper and they got themselves involved in something. Let them handle it. That's what I feel.
No, I know, but I was just pointing. I wasn't digging it back up. I was just pointing it out that it's even within this community. It's like, and it wasn't even what people weren't personally offended. It was like, but what are advertisers going to think?
Right. You know what? The thing is that if you're going, people always talk about, okay, when is a station, like you hear about guys getting fired in radio or TV or whatever, and we're always yelling about, why doesn't the company back them? Why aren't they standing behind them and tell the advertisers, look, these guys get ratings. You want to stick around? Fine. We're going to take some protests. Who cares? You're not going to, let's be that station. I want to back our guys. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Fuck advertisers. If they're going to leave out of a couple of rape or racist jokes, then they're not the kind of advertisers I want. Fuck them. We'll get ones who actually want to be on board because there's a lot of these companies who like the edgy type of shit. So that's my thought.
And even if it's a joke, now, it doesn't matter. Even if in the context doesn't matter anymore.
No, it just gets taken out of context.
I want us to matter about it. I want us to care about.
No, I do care, but I'm just saying the context doesn't even matter. There's a difference between saying I'm gonna fucking kill you, Dutch, and you fucking asshole, I'm gonna kill you. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a difference. There's context involved of what's happening. Whatever.
Exactly. And if advertisers are too stupid to realize the context, and just because a couple of people are sending nasty emails, they're not going to pull the plug. I don't want to pull the plug on anybody.
Bottom line is
context involved.
Bottom line is that even before the live event, when we can say now, but even before the live event, there was that awkward black girl fan or fans that were sending emails to the Dragonfly telling them that we were racist and how can you?
Shit.
No, I know, but I'm just pointing out now how it's even affecting us, even though it wasn't. It was just us not liking that she won, but it doesn't matter. And
it didn't really affect us. So it was one.
No, and the event was fucking packed. It was great.
Exactly, and the bar wasn't going to risk pissing off one person in North Carolina as opposed to the massive business they were going to get that night. So that's the thing we got to think about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it was like I said, it's just. I don't want to keep harping on it. We're a comedy show. We'll get back to that after the break.
Funny. John hasn't talked in a while.
I know. Coming up,
because I'm listening.
No, I know, and I've been blathering on.
I like when John goes off.
I've been blathering on.
John, could you dictate the notes that you've been taking back to us? Read the minutes.
Well, he drew a spaceship.
Stenographer John.
I got high score on my pinball arcade machine.
That's good. That's really good. That
is what we talked about, yes.
Okay, guys, coming up after the break, 9-year-old cousin dressed as a skunk was shot by his uncle because he thought he was a real skunk. ABC News.
It's a good costume then.
A big one.
An ABC News editor wants people to call him a different name. I'll explain why. And Urban Outfitters is in trouble again, probably for only being for douchebags. Coming up after the break on Hippojuice. Marie, hit it.
More Like Radio!
Hey, listeners. Yes, that means you. Missed your favorite More Like Radio shows live? No problem. Just go to morelikeradio.com/downloads. That's morelikeradio.com/downloads. More Like Radio's RSS feed works with your iThings, Zunes, Androids, Windows Phone, and anything else that can subscribe to an RSS feed. If you're so awesome that you only get your podcasts from iTunes, you can subscribe to our feed in iTunes by clicking the subscribe to iTunes link right on the downloads page. So what are you waiting for? Download More Like Radio podcasts and subscribe to our feed now. Yes, right now. Do it.
Join Marianne and Kitty on Daytime Divas, where Marianne's milkshake brings all the creepers to the yard, and their life is better than yours. Damn right, it's better than yours. I could teach you, but I have to charge. Daytime Divas, Thursdays at 8 a.m. on morelikeradio.com.
Hey, what's up, everyone? It's your boy Footer from The Red Show. Make sure you check us out every Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, on our brand new home, More Like Radio. Give us a call. We are very caller-friendly. We love our fans. All right, caller, what's up? You're live on the Red More Like Radio. What's up?
What's up, superstar?
Oh, is that Bull?
That it is.
Boom.
My man Bull, one of my favorite humans in the whole entire world. My man Bull. What's up, brother?
Not a whole lot, man.
How you feeling?
Feeling pretty good, man. I'm doing a lot better, bro.
The last we knew from Bull, you were you went to rehab on your own, got yourself cleaned up a little bit, and that's been what, just a little over a week? Am I wrong?
Quitter.
Yep.
Fucking quitter.
8 days for my family. That's the main reason. I had a P-Rock Footer K times 100 moment about 2 weeks ago, and
We don't give a fuck. I hope you relapsed. Burn in hell, Bull.
Oh my God, what are you?
I meant I love you, bro. Get better. That's what I meant.
Hold on.
What happened?
And I'm the asshole? Hold on a minute.
So call in. Get to know us. The Red. Every Wednesday night, 9 o'clock East, following Hippojuice.
Hippojuice, nigga!
Markout Radio live Sundays at 2 p.m. on morelikeradio.com. Two wrestling marks who surprisingly don't have a lot of nice things to say about Hulk Hogan. I think you should bring Hogan back and let Norton kick the fuck out of him.
Hogan hours sucked.
But now it just seems like everyone's kicking out of everyone's finishers for no reason whatsoever.
You're making me embarrassed over here.
Or their fans.
I gotta say, the person I masturbate the most to on More Like Radio is Big T.
My boner's so huge right now.
Go away. Just stop. I don't even care. It's
And that's Markout Radio live Sundays from 2 to 4 p.m. on morelikeradio.com.
Hey kids, what's going on? Big Phil here. We got the Man Cave Radio Show. Listen to us every freaking Sunday, 8 to 10 a.m. exclusively on morelikeradio.com. What's your favorite naked teen station? It's morelikeradio.com. Jesus Christ, I'm going to blow a blood vessel.
The Fifth Circle at 10 p.m. on Thursdays is the poster child for dysfunctional families in America. We have the abusive father.
What was your evil plan, Mersh? To date another chick that does heroin?
Mersh, as your friend, I have to tell you, you're unfixable.
The edgy rebel son.
She gives me fear boners. We fucked for so long that I forgot her name.
And the lovable yet completely batshit insane mother figure.
They can't take one ball squeeze? You had me at pillow fort.
So tune in to feel better about your life.
It's not enough to go through life relying on good looks and an incredible body.
That's the Fifth Circle, Thursday nights from 10 to 12 on morelikeradio.com.
It's like my co-host is an atomic bomb.
Tuesday nights on More Like Radio, it's the show about beer that apparently everybody's talking about.
He has his own show.
No, he doesn't.
He has a podcast.
What? Prove it.
Alcohol by Volume.
He talks about beer. How hard is that?
Alcohol by Volume.
Talks about beer. How hard is that?
Because it's a show on our network.
Alcohol by Volume.
No.
Who does the show?
Edicus.
Edicus, why does that sound
Because he's the guy that syncs up our audio when we screw it up.
Kevin, great at video, horrible at everything else in his life.
Well, yeah, because Edicus was a fan, and then he became a staff person, and then he became a show host. Very integrated with us. I mean, he has a More Like Radio T-shirt.
He sounds great. We should get him to host a show.
He does
on
have
the
a
station.
He does have a show. It's called Alcohol by Volume.
Alcohol by Volume, Tuesday nights, 6 to 8 p.m., only on morelikeradio.com.
Damn it, can't a guy masturbate in this house?
Did somebody bet me how many washcloths I could fit in my butt, or did I do this just for fun?
I'm sorry, ham radio, but you left me no other choice. I called the FCC.
Don't have a fighting chance of being successful on radio, you idiot!
We're tired of you infecting people with your smut. This is an epidemic, and it must be contained.
I will not have it happening in my own house.
Fuck you and everyone else. People freaking love us. We're gonna be huge.
This is ham radio, because once you go ham, fuck everything else.
This is Ham Radio. Be part of the problem, not part of the solution. Tuesdays, starting at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Here on...
Bringing internet radio to the next level. It's not FM. It's not XM. It's more like radio.
The Cousin Joe Show.
Where's my drink?
You got
I mean, it didn't even take him 20 seconds.
Did you fart my drink?
20 seconds. No. You take an alcoholic's drink away, they know right away, dude. It's just like a dog.
Oh, was that the bit while I was taking a piss?
Like, where'd my bed go? Like it's like someone going to sleep and just like, who took my bed?
Oh,
Like,
so,
it's exactly
that
what it is.
was the hilarious bit while I was taking a piss. Let's see if the alcoholic notices drink missing. That's what you did, you fucking pieces of shit.
worked.
And why is Marie in the chat saying the song was so much fun to say? Well, did you play the Pussy Poppy song?
No.
There's no video right now because the connection fucked up earlier. People are gonna think this is like a bit. I was out of the studio. I was taking a piss. Did you?
I know, but you fucking.
Did you fart my fucking beverage?
That's getting cut. That's such a promo. That's such a fucking promo.
Shit my pants. Nigga called it a beverage.
Tune into the Cousin Joe Show live Thursday night 7 to 10 on More Like Radio.
Bringing internet radio to the next level. It's not FM. It's not XM. It's more like radio.
How'd you know what he said?
It was an 8-hour flight.
Wow. Did you learn Romansh?
Who am I? Cypher? The gayest X-Man?
I don't know. Gambit looks like he knows his way around a pyramid.
Welcome back to the Hippojuice Show. The number is 954-573-2780 or 908-444-MLR1. Hashtag Hippojuice. I'll read your tweets on air if they're good. If they're not, I'm not going to read them. Back here for the second hour of the Hippojuice Show. Morelikeradio.com/live if you want to join the chat room. And I guess Dutch is running behind because there's an empty microphone on the screen.
Maybe he got the password for free drinks at that club or something.
Yeah, maybe he did.
There you go.
Yeah, maybe he went to go find him.
Or find a swinger.
So let's read the next fun story. Man who shot 9-year-old cousin dressed as a skunk avoids jail.
Well, at least he avoided it.
He did.
But now I know what the ending is, so the story's not going to be as interesting.
You remember the sad case of Thomas Grant, a Pennsylvania man who last Halloween accidentally shot his 9-year-old cousin with a shotgun after confusing her skunk costume for a real skunk? God. On Monday, Grant pleaded no contest to charges
Speaking of skunk, I'm sorry, real quick. I just walked up the stairs, and there's a bathroom right at the top of the stairs of where I live, like between me and my brother's room, and his door wide open. He's taking a shit. I was like, dude, open the window and close the door. And he was like, well, it'll be cold because it's cold out right now. I was like,
close the door.
Is that normal?
No, close the fucking door.
It's not normal.
I like pooing with the door open and then wafting it into the next room.
I don't cold balls. That's crazy.
Have some manners.
Fucking asshole.
You live in a house of animals.
There's nothing worse. There's nothing worse.
He's out of his goddamn mind.
But he has cold balls.
He has cold balls. Did you hear that?
Yeah. With a shotgun after confusing for a skunk costume for a real skunk. On Monday, Grant pleaded no contest to charges of reckless endangerment and a misdemeanor simple assault and avoided jail time. The accident occurred last October on Grant's mother's property. Somehow, Grant mistook the 9-year-old girl who was dressed as a skunk in a black hat and a black skirt with a white tassel running down its middle for a real skunk, despite the fact that everyone involved was reportedly at a Halloween party. After shooting the girl who still hadn't been identified, she underwent surgery to repair damages to several internal organs and her spine. She still undergoes regular tests for lead poisoning. Making the accidental shooting even more unbelievable is the fact that the toxicology results revealed that Grant had no drugs or alcohol in his system. He was sober.
Does that make it worse or better?
I think it makes it worse. The guy's really stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, the first thing I thought when I read this, too, was drunk guy. This guy was fucking hammered, and he just shot this fucking girl. Authorities dropped charges of aggravated assault charges against Grant in February, but on Monday, Beaver County Judge Harry Nafuk.
Judge Harry from Beaver County?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Harry Beaver County. Sentenced him to 2 years
It's like
probation.
we're in 10th grade.
Shut up. During which time he is also
Love it
banned from
too.
hunting in order to pay restitution to the girl. But kids are still being...
How cute are baby skunks?
How cute are they?
God.
Oh.
You want a baby skunk, Dutch?
Well, if you can, what are they, degland it or whatever?
I don't know. Can you degland a skunk? I don't think
I
that's
think
nice.
you can. Apparently, they make good pets, from what I've been told, but maybe that's just conjecture. I don't know.
Dutch, their video came out. Remember we talked about it last week, Reese Witherspoon getting in trouble for the DUI?
Yes.
Video's out.
Thursday morning, talking with George in an exclusive and apologetic interview. Just hours later, though, the full police surveillance tape of a run-in with the law leaked. ABC's Steve Osunsami has the story.
I'm a U.S. citizen. I'm allowed to stand on American ground and ask any question I want to.
I am a U.S. citizen? Okay.
It's so much better when you
Okay.
actually see this bitch in real life.
I'm allowed to stand on American ground.
soil,
No, she said
guy.
ground.
Ground, you're
She didn't
right.
even say soil.
I'll back it up a bit.
And I'm allowed to stand on American ground and ask any question I want to ask.
The police dash cam video posted exclusively on TMZ captured just after midnight the morning of April 19th after Oscar-winning actress Reese Witherspoon and her husband were pulled over in Atlanta.
You better not arrest me. Are you kidding me?
You better not arrest. What an entitled cunt.
She's never been told no. Don't you understand?
Ever.
She's never been told no in her life, so she doesn't understand.
And
how
we
to
said
be a
this last
person.
week, but that's the real Reese. Like, that's the sweetheart thing. That's a persona. She's just a piece of shit. Do you know who I am? Hollywood douchebag.
I'm an American citizen.
I told you to get in that car and stay in there, didn't
This is beyond. This is beyond.
We checked with Georgia State Police overnight, and they tell us the video wasn't released and somehow leaked.
Somehow leaked? Really?
I have no idea how
Somehow
it could have
leaked.
possibly been leaked for money.
Yeah, somehow leaked. Yeah, you mean the cop that runs the evidence locker didn't need $20,000 from TMZ?
Worse.
State Trooper Jay Pylan about to book her husband, James Toth, for drunk driving and arrest her for disorderly conduct.
You didn't obey my... I have to obey your orders? Yes, you did.
Yes, she's a police officer. That's exactly what you do. He's a cop. That's his
Cunt.
job in that situation is to obey
What
his
a
order.
nuclear cunt.
No, sir, I did not. Absolutely nothing.
She is speaking like any delusional person that's never had to interact in real
The
life
video
situations.
surfacing just
She's
hours
talking like a hot chick.
after the actress's live interview on GMA with George Stephanopoulos.
I was so disrespectful to him, and I have police officers in my family. I work with police officers every day.
This is not working, lady.
I have friends that are black. You know,
That's
my
the
second
equivalent.
cousin's Jewish.
That's the
and I used
equivalent.
to like an Asian in high school.
That's exactly what it is.
Day, I
My
know
makeup
better.
artist says that I have soul.
Oh, she hate you.
And it's just unacceptable.
The actress
I got a scar.
Mitch, please put the. How many weeks in a row, Mitch? Put that in the goddamn Dropbox.
Now, Mitch.
Do it now.
repeatedly apologized for her actions.
Faster, Mitch.
It's one of those nights, you know, we went out to dinner in Atlanta, and we had one too many
And
glasses
I
of
realized I
wine.
was on camera, and I was myself essentially.
Okay, let me
acting like the entitled bitch that I
Yeah,
am.
Dutch. Let's do hot girl translator. Hold on.
What happened? Okay.
It's one of those nights, you know, we went out to dinner in Atlanta.
Go ahead, Dutch. Translate.
I forced my husband to take me somewhere
In Atlanta.
where I will be seen, and drank a lot because I didn't pay for anything.
And we had one too many glasses of wine.
We had
I
two
had 14 bottles of wine.
You're right. You're right. That's probably the correct amount.
We thought we were fine to drive, and we absolutely were not.
I knew he wasn't good to drive, but I'm kind of a cheapskate, so I forced him to drive.
I wasn't going to leave my BMW parked outside of the Ruth Chris. Sorry.
It was his turn to DD. It's not my fault he didn't pay attention to the
Plus,
rules.
a minority is the one who violated it, and I didn't trust that person.
Come on.
You know, I read into it, and the boyfriend was actually the designated driver too.
Oh no.
Yeah, because I had my 4-inch heels, and it's really tough to drive with those.
And it's just completely unacceptable, and we are so sorry and embarrassed, and we know better.
In the report,
By that she meant I didn't remember it.
I have no recollection of what happened that evening.
Described as threatening the trooper with her celebrity, asking, "Do you know my name?"
Actually, she wasn't asking that. She was just singing, "What's my name? What's my name?"
Do you know my name? I would have. It was 2004, but not lately.
This is how the scene played out.
And the cop actually was like, "Actually, ma'am, I think it's called Say My Name." Say my name. Not, you know my name. I like Destiny's Child too.
You don't need to know my name?
Not quite yet. I'll get that
really?
information.
Okay. You're about to find out who I am.
You're about to find out. The cop gives a flying fuck who you are, ma'am.
I love how he just strong-armed her skinny little arms behind her. Like, oh, I love when these entitled bitches get. Oh, it's so much fun.
Do you think she's getting turned on by it too?
Maybe.
She might.
Like in the back of her mind, she's kind of like, I'm outraged, but man, this.
I just can't ever see myself, no matter, by some dumb luck I become famous, I can never see myself saying, "Do you know who I am?" Like, I would feel like a douche.
You are a famous and important person. Though.
Do you know who I am? I already did it. See, that's all it takes.
I'm not real worried about you, ma'am. I done told you how things work. I'm sorry. I absolutely 100% tried. I had nothing to do with that. I know.
Witherspoon pleaded no contest.
The boyfriend is, I'm sorry. The boyfriend.
That husband is like,
or whatever.
Fuck her. Please shoot her if you can. You actually, I'll look the other way.
He's
I'll
in
just say it was an
handcuffs.
accident.
He's in handcuffs. The husband's in handcuffs because he was driving under the influence. He's in handcuffs, and he's still saying like, you know you have a bad wife when you're in handcuffs and you're still apologizing for her. That's a fucking problem.
And was fined $213 for what she now says was a lesson
Watch her just take it to court too. She won't even pay it. She's gonna go to court and fight it.
learned.
When a police officer tells you to stay in the car, you stay in the car.
Even if you're Reese Witherspoon.
Especially if you're Reese Witherspoon. Only if you're Reese Witherspoon.
All right, this story,
bitch.
This next
I hate
one.
her.
This next one is really sad, but it made me laugh.
Awful moment on a Utah soccer field, shining a real spotlight on the treatment of referees. A ref making a call, then punched by a team player, and the referee died.
Wait, what?
Oh, that's fantastic.
I'm backing up. I'm backing up because this is one of the rare ones where you do a double take.
Soccer field, shining a real spotlight on the treatment of referees. A ref making a call, then punched by a team player, and the referee died. Tonight, many are asking, should this be a wake-up call for escalating behavior on the field? Here's ABC's John Schriffen tonight.
Well, it would be, John, except for nobody gives a fuck about soccer in the U.S.
Been like any
Here I am at the soccer/kickball field.
Any other rec league soccer game. But when referee Ricardo Portillo called a foul on a 17-year-old goalie on this Utah field, the player flew into a rage, then punched the 46-year-old father in the face when he wasn't looking.
It's just not fair. We're all there to have fun, not to go and kill each other.
Oh, yeah, right. Everyone goes to soccer for the riots. We all know that.
Come on. Don't lie to me.
Why does she sound Puerto Rican?
Well, she's Mexican.
Okay.
Father of three later slipped into a coma and late last night passed away. His family left wondering how it could have happened,
What a
demanding
punch.
justice.
If he spends time in jail like forever, it's not enough.
He's not going to spend time in jail. Listen, I get that. Look, it was very fucked up. You shouldn't have punched him. But there's no way a jury's going to think that you meant to kill him. People get punched. People get punched all the time. And don't die, okay? I've been punched and I haven't died. So,
I don't know if you
Sorry,
could.
your dad has a weak left side of his skull.
Was it one punch? Like one?
Yeah, seriously. I didn't know your dad was Glass Joe from Punch Out.
I mean, you can't say that one punch would be premeditated murder.
No, it was one punch. Yeah, it was one punch.
Royce, in all fairness, Glass Joe can take a punch.
You're right.
Otherwise, he wouldn't have that much of a losing record.
You're right.
We're not gonna bring my daddy back.
This is certainly not the first time a referee has been assaulted. Take a look at this youth football
yes.
game in Miami. A coach slaps an official so hard he falls to the ground.
Oh, in your fucking face, ref.
Flopping. He flopped.
Take that, zebra.
And this
Look at this
referee in
one.
Florida suffered a broken shoulder after being slammed
Oh!
into the turf.
Of course, it's Florida.
Did you see that
Yeah,
spear?
they're all
Okay,
in Florida.
I'm
Hold on,
backing
back
this
that up. Was that a player or a coach
Dude,
that hit him?
that was a coach that hit him, but look at the spear.
Falls to the ground. And this referee in Florida suffered a broken shoulder after being slammed into the turf by a player.
By a player. Did you see that? Did you see how hard he hit him? That was insane.
A broken shoulder after being slammed into the turf
Of course,
by
it's
a
Florida.
He's broken in half, JR. He's broken in half. Sorry. That's all I can think of now when I see it.
I swear to God. That's God is my witness. He's broken in half.
David recently met one college student who quit his job as a soccer ref for kindergartners after the coach and some of the parents were just too abusive.
The coach would yell at me, like scream at me in front of the children, like kindergartners. They'd be like,
profanities.
yeah.
In America, we challenge authority, and sports reflects that. Parents need to teach their kids impulse control and moral behavior and right and wrong, and coaches have to get behind
Was his
that.
name Frank Frankie?
Yeah, Frankie.
Frank Frankerton.
I didn't. I caught the last part of his name. I think his name was Frank Frankie.
It is Frankie.
And that teen from Utah who allegedly threw the punch has been booked at a juvenile detention center on suspicion of aggravated assault.
That's all he could have. He can't be anything more than that. Look, it sucks that he died, but I mean, I cannot imagine that you're going to kill somebody by hitting them.
Well, do you remember that? I think it was in the Chinese basketball league of whatever, like former American player. He was like this big, like 6'10" black dude who punched like a 5'8" referee, and the guy just went down. Like he hit him, and his body like stiffened up like rigor mortis and fell over. Oh, that video was awesome.
All right. Well, who's a fan of 80s cartoons, guys? Come on. Honestly.
I am.
Ninja Turtles?
Ooh, I was more of a. Is that 80s? I thought that was considered like
late 80s, early 90s.
Okay.
Yeah. It's still
Okay.
considered
Well,
80s.
somebody made something called Scientifically Accurate Ninja Turtles, a video. I'll just play the video. Let's all enjoy together. And for those of you listening to the podcast, the video is called Scientifically Accurate Ninja Turtles.
Scientifically accurate Ninja Turtle. Scientifically accurate Ninja Turtle. Scientifically accurate Ninja Turtles. Heroes and
What? Listen. Why are you booing? Relax.
half shell. Turtle power. Turtles don't have ears, so these ninjas are deaf. No vocal cords, so cowabunga is hissing breath. They have tongue shaped like a worm.
Why did they use? Hold on. What's the version of Ninja Turtles that they were using? Like they had like that. I don't remember that version where they had like beak mouths.
They're scientifically
Do you not
accurate.
understand what this is?
No. Is this like, did they make this cartoon or were they pulling clips from the actual show?
They made this cartoon themselves.
Okay, never mind. All right.
You don't get
All
it?
right.
It's called Scientifically Accurate Ninja
I know. I
Turtles.
thought that they were just like going to be doing like a spoof thing over actual
Okay,
clips.
no,
So I was getting confused.
Turtle, scientifically accurate Ninja Turtle. Scientifically accurate Ninja Turtles. Heroes and a half shell. Turtle power. Turtles don't have ears, so these ninjas are deaf. No vocal cords, so cowabunga is hissing breath. They have tongue shaped like a worm, and these ninjas carry salmonella germs. Scientifically accurate Ninja Turtle. Scientifically accurate Ninja Turtles. Splinter taught them to be ninja teens. He's a radical rat, but they all have plague, 'cause rats are vectors of disease. That's a fact, Jack. They live 100 years to fold. So teenage turtles have the mind of a 7-year-old. Scientifically accurate Ninja Turtle. Scientifically accurate Ninja Turtle.
Am I the only one that's enjoying this? Because I'm really enjoying this.
I'm liking it.
I
You guys just thought it was really funny, but maybe it was just me.
It's,
No,
it is-
forget it. I mean, I'm gonna play the rest of it now.
Here's the part where we talk about
Let's see if it gets better.
Okay, hold on. Can we just get to the end of it? Look, we're almost done. Okay, get the end of the song and then we'll move on.
Here's the part where we talk about turtle dicks. Half the length of a turtle and astoundingly thick. If you see a turtle's toothless grin, it's because his penis can probably touch his chin. Scientifically accurate Ninja Turtles. They live in the human sewer, which means they are bathed in feces. Also, their shells bleed. Turtle power.
Okay, so you guys, I liked it. I'm sorry you did it.
Oh, not bad.
No, don't fucking, Dutch, don't fucking patronize me, all right?
What do you want me to say?
What kind of cartoons have you made, jackass?
Yeah.
I'm
Dutch.
sorry. I didn't mean to call you jackass. I'm just
Yeah,
really
you should
cranky.
apologize. I was just.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you should be. All right, well, fine. We'll move on to a story that Dutch will like because
No,
no, it's fine. We'll move on.
You're still batting like 750.
Yeah,
It's
here
fine.
you go, 750.
I mean, that dropped
Overnight,
you down to
our
like
cameras
6.
tagged along for what had to be a glorious experience for one high school junior.
First, he competed in a Special Olympics event, and from there, he went to his high school junior prom.
Oh, he's gonna
Hate
confess
fluff
it's not
pieces about
retarded.
retards. Ugh.
All right.
He went to his high school junior prom. His date, none other than Miss Minnesota. Not too shabby. ABC's Ty Hernandez is here with that story. Hey, Ty.
Hey, good morning,
Does he know where
Deanna.
Minnesota is on the map?
Okay. First off, he could do better. He's a Special Olympian, okay?
How did he get strong? How did she get strong?
How
armed
did
into this, by the
How
way?
did he get strong into this? Because this guy's a Special Olympian. He's won a medal. He could do better. Let's be
He
realistic.
could do better than this blonde?
Yeah, he could do better. He has a career in whatever
You're
sport.
right. She is kind of a fat pig.
There's a lot of pressure leading up to prom night, right? What do you wear? Who do you go with? Will you have a good time? Well, we are happy to report that at least for one Wisconsin team, the evening couldn't have been better.
Oh,
What's better
whoa. Why is Minnesota in Wisconsin?
PRs?
But did she stepping all over Wisconsin?
No, I meant Puerto Ricans made her go there at knife point.
Oh.
And being prom king?
Oh, great. So now the crown they had him.
God, they always do
Dutch.
this.
Hey, Dutch. You think the crown they made for him had to be extra, extra large? See, because they tend to got big
I
heads.
guarantee because I can see it from here because he's holding the crown and the inside of that would go over the front of a Volkswagen.
Because they tend to have big heads. You're right, they would.
Mr. Charlie Gainey.
Taking
He looks like Bubbles from Trailer Park
Doesn't
Boys.
even know where he is.
this beauty queen as your prom date.
Are you
ready? So how did
His entire suit is made out of
Such a
Velcro.
hack me bit because they did that in my high school too. The retard that we had in our class had to
Why?
be prom king.
Wait, who did you got to be prom king, Dutch?
That was very hurtful, but very funny. Good burn, buddy.
18-year-old Charlie Gainey pull it off? When he isn't winning Special Olympic swim meets,
Which they, by the way, Special Olympic swim meets consist of peeing in the pool. Game over.
works on his
You know who loses? Everybody that has to clean up after the Special Olympics swim.
Right.
charm.
Charlie
Extra
is
chlorine.
Oh God, it's only chlorine.
a fun-loving prankster. He's a hand.
He's not a fun-loving prankster. He's mentally retarded. That's why he acts that way. It's not because he's a fun-loving prankster. Look, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but he's not a fun-loving prankster. He has an extra chromosome. That's why.
Can we stop with these fluff? I mean, not to be an asshole either, but I have, a retarded guy in my family as well. Where my older brother's Tony.
Why you can tell because you talk so sensitively about it.
But I've lived with this my entire life.
Right.
It's can we stop with these fluff pieces with people who've never actually lived with it?
Because what it's
stop
doing,
it.
I know you're right, and it's exploiting, dude. The media. This is all they do.
That's all
now.
it is.
I know.
He works on his charm.
Charlie is a fun-loving prankster. He's a ham. He loves to dance.
I've gotten to know him a little bit, and
Do you think she let him finger? Sorry, I couldn't even say it without laughing.
No,
Because she's
dude,
so hot. Because she's so hot.
She probably is into that kind of
Look
stuff.
how hot she is.
he's really sweet, really
She's a
charming.
10, man.
But when it came to prom, this Wisconsin high school junior with Down syndrome wasn't sure what to do.
Charlie wants.
Well, because of the aforementioned Down syndrome. Sorry.
To go with his entire class, and he couldn't really, nail it down to just one person.
Luckily, a mutual friend played matchmaker.
I work in the financial aid office just part-time.
And he likes marbles.
I am her gambling bookie, and she owed me a lot of money because she lost the Kentucky Derby, so this is what worked out.
Domino says, when it comes to fucking the Down syndrome guy, all of a sudden the hot girl isn't interested.
And one of the ladies who works there with me knows Charlie's family, and she heard that he got nominated to his prom court, so she kind of thought of the idea that maybe I could go with him.
Charlie reacted.
And I'm not speaking to her ever again.
Because it was like she bullied me into doing it, and if I said no, then she would tell her friends. And
She showed me a picture of Taylor Lautner and said, this is what he could have looked like.
And actually, it turned out he had a much better personality than the real Taylor Lautner.
But
That
his
guy
nose
is-
bone was still kind of indented and stupid
You're
looking.
right. You're not joking either, man. That guy's borderline retarded.
He can't speak. Have you heard him try to talk?
He can't act.
I'm in movies sometimes. All right.
Shirt off. Look at this.
Acted like
Nah,
a
his
typical
voice is
teen.
more high-pitched.
It's been kind of tough to control Charlie's excitement.
also,
His boner was just erect, and we kept trying to jerk him off so he would get it out of his system.
He
but
killed
man,
3 hamsters.
I can't stop thinking about her. My heart is pounding.
But it didn't
You said
show.
my heart is pounding?
Well, yeah.
His heart on is pounding.
Night normally filled with jitters.
Go put it on you?
Yes, of course.
Charlie was
Can I put it in
smooth.
you? God, she's so hot.
She's look. God damn, what a wasted prom.
Perfect. Thank you.
They dined and they danced. The night a success.
Now, hold on. How did this bitch get to be prom queen? She didn't go to that school.
Dutch, did you see her, or do I have to rewind it?
I know, but
Everywhere she goes, she's a prom queen.
She's a prom queen of schools she's never been to, Dutch. She's fucking hot.
The hot chick at that school must have been so pissed. But she
She
couldn't
ended
tell
up
anybody
cutting her
because
fists.
if she did, she would have been the asshole. She would have been like that barefoot Contessa.
What's the equivalent to a Down syndrome getting to second base? Pushing her carts back to her car. Sorry, it's mean. It's mean. But sometimes that's the jobs they do.
What else would you expect from royalty?
But by the way, once she loses her looks, they're going to have the same career potential.
How many guys you think after this are gonna pretend to be retarded and try to ask the hottest person in America out?
I mean, I think they could confirm that with a series of tests.
Not even a series, like 2 questions tops.
Yeah, you're right. It doesn't take a lot.
Like,
All right.
so what's your name? I like crayons.
Yeah, I'm going to
Okay.
say yes.
All right, there we go. Nice
and-
big old yes.
Yep. All right. Retarded. All right. I have to give credit to this next video because Eric E-Rock posted it on Twitter, and I told him I was going to steal it from him. But there's this thing called The Thaw. And
By the way, real quick, before we go any further, when is the show that you guys did with him going to be out?
we don't know.
No idea.
We don't know. He's still figuring that out. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh, it's a Christian organization that's called The Thaw. And why is it called The Thaw? I'm glad you asked.
Because dinosaurs
Because
are thawing.
Jigsaw holds people captive and they have to escape with their lives.
That's
Because
number-
the burn, the furnace, the spark, and everything else was already taken.
The Thaw is they're trying to unfreeze Christianity from America, and it's a bunch of teens talking about it in their schools. Now, I know you and I, Dutch, will really, really appreciate this because we've seen these
I
videos
love
before.
talking about going to a Christian high
But
school.
now the planet gets to see what we were indoctrinated with. Here we go. By the way, great music. The Thaw.
Very intense.
Christianity is being completely frozen out of America. Why can't I pray in school?
Why do I have to check my religion at the door?
Why can't I write about God in my school papers? Why do I have to tolerate people cursing my God? But I am.
Okay, well, before we get to her,
Why can't I read a teleprompter?
Before
Is that the case in public schools? You're not allowed to write about God?
Before we get to her, let me explain something. It's called the separation of church and state. That's part of founding fathers and all that all that jazz.
I just didn't know that was. I thought that you could write whatever you wanted in a public school.
Why can't I write about God in my school papers? Why?
No, in her school papers. She could write about God in her own personal projects. She just can't write it in the papers because, once again, separation of church and state. You can't. I get it. I make sense to
I
me.
just didn't know that was like a new thing.
For every time somebody
I'm
asks
for it.
that question, just think about if they were asking it about Muslim or Buddhism or Hinduism or any other religion that you don't have a clear grasp on. You know, it's like, okay, Christianity is the most predominant religion in the U.S., but there are other religions.
Not on the planet, though.
But there are other religions, and so, you know, by you saying, "Oh, why can't I talk about my God?" Okay, well then you better be okay with everyone else talking about theirs.
This little light of mine. Sorry.
I have to tolerate people cursing my God, but I am not allowed to talk about
This
God in
light
my
of
face.
mine.
That's the Eddie Vedder, this little light of mine.
Why are they taking God out of my history books?
Because God shouldn't be in your
God
history
didn't
books.
exist.
Because why are they taking God out of your
God's on
history?
history.
You know why they take God out of your history book? Because science was invented.
Right.
No, you don't gotta go deep philosophy here, bro. It's simple. Because science was invented. That's why. Really plain and simple.
That is a brilliant dude.
Yeah.
Why do they teach every other theory in science except creation?
Once again, see my last comment.
Why am I called names because I believe?
Because your haircut. I'm gonna point it out. It's not. I don't know what you believe.
Really gay haircut.
It's your haircut in that shirt that you wore. That your dad lent you because you don't have any collared shirts to film this in.
It's a really bad shirt.
Even marriage the way God designed it.
This kid's gay. Hold on. Can I back up for a second?
Back it up.
Totally gay.
Religion at the
Might
door.
need to use this as a
Why can't I
sound
write
drop.
about God in my school papers? Why do I have to tolerate people cursing my God?
You love backing up way
Well,
more than you need to.
no, it's because the program I'm using for this thing is very sensitive.
But I am not allowed to talk about God in my face.
By the way, pointing out, I didn't point this out. I missed it.
Is
There's-
that bubbles?
That's a cross.
With bubbles.
That's defrosting. There's ice around it.
Oh.
It's defrosting.
Why are they taking God out of my history books? Why do they teach every other theory in science except creation?
Okay, this kid coming up is one we think is gay. Okay, everyone listen.
Why am I called names because I believe in marriage the way God designed it?
Sorry. The way God designed it.
God designed it.
God designed
Did
it.
he abuse a student?
Is he a
I
terrorist?
really wish God would design my
Some
shirt
even
because
Taking God
apparently
out of
they
my
did
history
it.
Yeah. Okay, it's one. Let's keep on.
Why do they teach
praise God after making a touchdown without causing a national uproar?
The football coach at Ridgeland High School in Georgia was investigated by the school board.
Did he abuse a student?
Is he a terrorist?
He allowed local churches to feed his football team.
He allowed local churches to feed his football team.
In public school?
I'll go with him on that one. That's bullshit.
Yeah, I will agree. That is bullshit. If a church
That's dumb. You know, whatever. Do whatever the fuck you want. Get whatever sponsors you want. I don't
Yeah,
care.
I agree. I agree with that.
I'm called lesbian
Or gay.
for not kissing or for wanting to save myself for marriage.
In public school, dating is an obligation.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. I went to public school for high
Especially
school.
night for you, fatso.
For high school, it was not an obligation. It was just not an obligation. Oh, gay kid.
In public school, people are rude and disrespectful towards Christians.
Okay, they're making this up. They're making this up. That's not what happens.
Well,
If you
unless
take a
you're
poll, 99%, or not 90, let's just say 75% of most people believe in God in some way.
Yeah, but
maybe he's overly Christian, like the super Christian kid, and then
and
you
they're
may
like,
get made
shut
fun
the
of.
fuck
maybe
up,
he's-
Daryl. We don't want to hear it.
Maybe
Daryl, stop
maybe
it.
Daryl is pushing something down with religion that doesn't want to come out of him. You know, maybe
We all know, Daryl. Just come out, buddy.
maybe Daryl's so deep in the closet he's finding Christmas presents.
Bullying.
Take the dick out of your mouth, Daryl. Then you won't be able to talk about God.
And
so
by the
much.
way, this fucking cunt couldn't get her hair done before being on this thing.
a little greasy. That's Bubbles.
What we see in our health classes.
Sex education.
Sex education.
Sex education.
Slow Loris is a Christian, a devout Christian. How many
Yeah,
people?
that's why I haven't been on the show. I've been doing a pilgrimage.
Oh,
trying to
really?
bring the church back into school.
Oh, really? Where have you visited a Christian Slow Loris?
Well, I visited most of the Midwest. Some of them really didn't really take me in with arms wide open. Some of them were like, "Who is this person?" Other people were like, "We're Jewish," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, well, yeah."
Nailed him.
4th grade and up.
Is pornography
People make fun of
They're saying sex ed is pornography, by the way.
me because I don't believe in abortion.
In public school?
No,
Nobody.
abortion exists. You should believe in
I
it.
mean, it does. It
That's
does.
the thing that I don't. Yeah, Christians still can't get. Marie would have a heyday with these people.
Yeah.
We're abortion.
People
Like it's not believe. It's agree with.
It's already. Look. Hey, guess
Fucks.
what? It's already happened. It
exists.
It's not going to unhappen.
Little babies are getting sucked out with shop vac. It exists.
Mm-hmm.
4th grade and up.
Is pornography.
People make fun of me because I don't believe in abortion.
No, that'd be funny because that thing you have on your head.
In public school, people believe Christians are goody goods and boring.
Well, yeah,
Well,
that's
let me
probably
explain why. Because Christians are goody good and boring.
I'll tell you right now, craziest sex I've ever had was with Christian girls at youth group and camp.
Oh no, I know, but that's because they were really Christian. I'm not.
No, they were. But
Really?
they've been suppressed their whole life, and then finally they get away on a retreat or camp, and they're like, "Oh my God, Dick, get it inside me."
We had when I
Then
went.
they're not really Christian because they're not saving themselves.
Yeah, in my school we had they were called the anything but girls, which was funny because they would do anything but pussy, because that was sacred to them. But they would be total anal freaks, like just
Dude, they loved it.
yeah, they didn't care, but they were that's what they were called.
Right.
Dirty jokes fill the hallways between classes.
During class? Before school. At lunch. After school.
On the bus, off the bus. Get the idea? Despite modern popular belief, America was founded as a Christian nation.
My grandparents tell me that the church used to be the center of the community.
Yeah, and also the Catholic Church molested a lot of children, so that's when they were like, "Hey, maybe we should get this pedophile factory off of the center of the community."
And
yeah,
that
stop
church-
fucking young boys in the butt.
And that those church-going folk with the church in the center also gave smallpox blankets to Indians.
I will make a bet that there has been more anal sex in Catholic churches in America than in YMCA's in America.
Well,
that's a big statement.
That's not fair because priest-on-boy actions don't have vaginas to have sex
But
with.
no, YMCA's are notorious gay playgrounds.
Oh yeah, I love the anal hole spreader.
Village People, YMCA, that whole thing.
In school, prayer and pledge to the flag was welcomed and appreciated.
No one would dare not to stand, place their hand over their heart, and recite the pledge.
America was once a force for good.
And I am not a good actor.
America.
None of them are. They love using their hands, by the way.
America was once the
Especially the dudes. Watch what they do
Yeah.
with their hands during this.
for the world. What happened?
In 1962, the Supreme Court ruled that prayer was unconstitutional in schools.
It is. Prayer.
Thank you.
It should be.
It is.
It should be unconstitutional in schools.
Unless you pray to every
Every
god
god.
each time.
It won't be fair.
Now, here's the thing. It's a school-led prayer. You can pray all on your own. They're trying to
Yes.
make it seem like that they're not allowed to pray wherever they want. You can do whatever the fuck you want. It's a school-led prayer.
Yep.
In 1963, the courts ruled the Bible unconstitutional.
But because the whole stoning.
And
people-
again, the teaching of the Bible.
Yes, not the Bible itself.
You can bring a Bible in the goddamn school.
And you could read it if you'd like.
A Bible can't be unconstitutional. It's the most popular book in America. It's like in every hotel room.
Yep.
Saying that if the Ten Commandments were read in
He's
school,
hot.
A student might feel inclined to follow them.
Really?
for over 50
They finally
years,
get a brother in there.
Christians have been unwilling to get involved. People who do not love our God have stolen our country.
Ew. Can you get me that drop?
Stolen? People came to America for freedom of religion. There's
Except
no
for black people.
Dutch, Dutch, can you get me that drop of this girl talking over her braces? Listen to this again.
A student might feel inclined to follow.
Fighting to get that
Really?
word. She's literally
For over
fighting your mouth to say that
Here we
word.
go.
50 years, Christians have been unwilling to get involved. People who do not love our God have
Here it comes.
stolen our country.
Has stolen our
Stolen
country.
Why did
She
they
has
give
too much
her?
semen in her mouth.
Hey
Why did they
guys,
go line with-
stop making fun of my daughter.
Oh, it's Paula Poundstone here. Oh no.
Yeah, it's not my Paula Poundstone.
Oh, it's Grandma
You're
Susteren,
making
I meant.
fun of me. Yeah, I'm slow Lois.
I don't do Paula Poundstone, though. I guess they do sound
It's
pretty
about
much the
they're
same.
about the same. They really do.
Jesus said we are salt and light.
Salt and light
Stop
melt.
using your hands.
They do use their hands way
They
too
love
much.
using their hands.
Ice.
It is time for a thaw.
President Ronald Reagan called America.
Reagan, not Regan. Not Regan. Reagan.
Regan.
She's reading directly from it.
The yellow one, son.
Well, towards the end, that is how Reagan talked, though. Towards the later years, when his mind went on vacation.
The latter years.
Shining light on a hill, a beacon of hope for the world to see.
We are going to let our little American lights shine.
Wow, not Reagan.
Man, kids are dumb.
And look at this.
Let's tell them the line ahead of time and then don't make them read it.
Look at this poon magnet. Look at this fucking poon magnet.
Right.
Jesus Christ, we proclaim today.
We refuse to be frozen out of the public square. Our voices will be heard.
But this makes no
Will
sense.
be heard. Look, you see her hands? Will be heard.
Oh, God.
Let's reverse it. Fix it. We are going to turn it around. This is a call to our generation. We are calling on the youth of America to join.
We are
Hold on.
the youth of a nation.
If you want to have religion more accepted back in public schools, this is not the way to go about it by saying my religion's the right religion and screw everyone else. I'm going to do exactly what I want and you have to be okay with. No.
That's just it. Is that like, are these kids and this group cool with having
By the way,
Quran-led prayers?
Western Echo
Quran-led
says,
teachings.
explain the Inception background track to me. It is the Inception theme.
John, do your Inception.
At Reach America, we are creating a Christ-centered counterculture.
That doesn't look like Christ Center. It looks like C4. It looks like you're ready to bomb an abortion clinic.
Explosives, ma'am.
A C4 community.
A place filled with Christian teens on a mission
to reach America and our friends for Christ.
Christ in our country
Stop
matters.
with the hands.
At Reach America, we are learning to lead our generation.
Yeah, well, you need to learn to put that fork down, sweetheart.
We are servants.
Why don't you take those bangs out of your eyes? You look like a young ragamuffin.
I can't get over their hands.
I know. They don't stop with their fucking
So,
hands.
Okay, I understand any religion likes to,
Party.
Right. Likes to go and convert other people.
We like to party.
We like to party. We like to party. Sorry.
All religions have missionaries
The banger bus is coming. Sorry.
that go out and try to recruit other
I
people
want
to
go
believe
to Six Flags and learn to do the disco.
what they
Sorry, Marie, go
believe
ahead.
in.
Uh-huh.
Like that happens, and I think nearly.
Come on, Marie, you want to party? Sorry, Marie, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I don't want to say my point anymore.
Encouragers.
We are learning to hear God's voice and adjust our lives to His will.
God is changing our lives.
We are building
My uncle touches me. They just slip one weird one in.
life-changing relationships. We are
I'm here
a family.
just so I can bone the blonde.
We are a team.
God tells me to burn things.
We are an army.
Christ is our commander.
His
I
will-
stuff my shirts.
Kill abortion doctors.
My mouth is way too big for my face.
This scarf is weighing down my neck.
I wear granny panties.
is our charge.
We are impacting our friends.
Our family,
There's no point for me to shave my pubic hair.
our community,
Think about it. What's the point of them to shave their pubic hair? I mean,
Because they can't grow it yet.
No, dude, there were some 17, 18-year-olds in there. They weren't all kids.
They all look like they're in early middle school to me.
They are country.
This kid looks like he's early middle school to you. He's a fucking Jonas brother. Look at him.
Which one, the oldest or the youngest?
The oldest.
He does have a Superman hero chin.
Yeah, he doesn't look like a
Superman
child
hero,
to me.
superhero.
Superman hero.
Superman hero.
Superman
Look
hero.
at this future poon magnet. Look at this kid. Fucking killing it with his flannel shirt.
He's gonna be like he's a future like Seth Rogen or
You're right. Or
you know,
rapist.
funny fat guy who's in movies
Or rapist.
or that.
And we know it.
Look at this guy. He looks like a middle schooler. He's like 20.
He looks like he's the guy who's like really good at doing eyebrow tricks.
Yeah, you're right.
Is not an option.
We are going to win this war.
Stop the hands!
We are going to win this war.
Oh my God, it's so awkward.
If God be for us,
Who can be against us?
I mean, everyone else.
Except for anything with a vagina.
the thought,
Because I love it.
The thaw has begun. They're getting the flag all wet.
High school
Respect.
Christian teens.
Join us.
Join us.
Oh my God, they're starting an army.
Kill them all. Kill them all.
We have to defend ourselves.
Teen Rec Center shot down by 2 drone strikes this week. they just kill him with a fucking missile strike, a bunker buster.
Well, to be fair, they were using number 2 pencils as guns.
You're right.
And going pew pew.
And
For our nation. For our future.
yeah, shoot your Jesus all over my face.
In America.
We still hold these truths to be self-evident.
No, we don't. No one holds anything
If
anymore.
you say that God created everyone equally, then you have to then admit that Muslims and Jews and Hindus and
gays
and everyone else and the atheists are also
And the
equally
Church of Dutch.
equal.
By the way, I'm an
Church
ordained
of Dutch
minister.
is just a swingers club.
Yeah, I'm really sick of that.
I'm an ordained minister.
Just because you put church on the front door doesn't mean it's the house of God.
You want to try that again, John?
Yeah, you're an ordained minister.
More like
There you
a
go.
bourdained minister. Oh, I have a song for you, Dutch.
Oh, no.
Because it's a Christian song, so don't worry.
Yay! This isn't a Christian song.
Sure it is.
It's about God being on a bus.
It's wondering about him.
Why are we playing this?
Well, don't you wonder about him sometimes?
Yeah, what about one? Okay, fine. I'll play one more
If
Christian.
you had a name, that's the only real thing.
I'll
I
play
wonder.
one more Christian song, and
What
then
if
we'll move
somebody
on.
was calling on the phone?
Okay, is this a Christian song? It's zombies. Jesus was a zombie, so I mean, I'm gonna say yes.
Technically, he was a zombie.
All right, so point for Royce. Write it down. Give me a point.
Okay.
Sorry, I thought. What was that? What's that show? What's that show on ESPN that they give
Royceatopia.
Did they
It's
gi-
hosted by Tara Reid.
Did they give each other? They give each other points. It's like I call it
The NBA.
Around the horn. Yeah, I call it sports yelling.
Oh, I hate that show.
It's just so
that
stupid.
douchey young guy, but he's
I
actually
know.
40.
With his wispy beard, he has the worst beard. He really does.
Fuck, the most If anybody who's sports fans listening, they'll know what we're talking about as far as Around the Horn is on ESPN. It's terrible.
It's pretty
Didn't
bad.
one of them used to have like the guy had like this like control panel that had like it looked like they laid out.
Yeah, they
on
still have it.
They still have that. Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
They like laid it out like a bop it machine.
Yeah.
And he has like all these weird dials and buttons, and it's like, okay, you win.
Yeah.
Bob it. I remember.
I watch a lot of ESPN. I probably watch more
I want to
ESPN.
know that he's sucking the dick. They still have that show on the air.
I probably watch ESPN more. The only reason I even have cable at this point is for ESPN or for sports. So it's pretty much on my TV all day. But man, they stretch on during non-football season. Boy, do
Oh,
they
God, they have nothing.
they're just reaching for anything. If you're an athlete and you're gonna do something wrong, don't do it now because it's gonna get way more coverage than during football season.
Well, if they were smart, if they really wanted to have that get big, start covering soccer a ton. There's a ton of minorities in the U.S. who would love it if they did that.
All right,
But they don't.
I'm a minority and I wouldn't like it.
Now I'm gonna read about a story. I'm gonna read what it's about, and I want you to guess what the New York Post title was for this. Okay?
Ooh, yay! I
An
love these.
ABC news editor, Don Ennis, walked into a Manhattan office on Friday in a little black dress and a brunette bobbed wig, and announced to colleagues that from now on he would like to be known as Don, D-A-W-N. So what do you think the title is? Because remember, it's New York Post, so they're wacky.
Here we go. A new dawn at NBC.
Oh my God, a new Dawn at ABC, but I swear to God, you got it.
Yes!
Wow.
Yay!
First
I win!
guess. Woo! Nice.
My celebration, you boys. Take my pants off. All right.
That's a good guess. The 49-year-old father of 3 said he's splitting from his wife of 17 years to become a woman. Dawn Stacy Ennis, as she is now known on her governmental records. Do you want to see a picture, my friend?
How did he grow such luscious
Of
hair?
Before and after? Today I began anew, she wrote on her Facebook timeline, where she debuted a flirty new profile picture.
Hold on. Has she made the switch? Is she post-op?
No, she hasn't had the surgery yet, but that's what
Okay,
she
then
looks
you're not
like.
a she yet. No, sorry.
He makes a better woman than he does a man.
What's between your legs is what makes you a she or a he. I'm sorry.
Please understand, this is not a game of dress or make believe. It's my affirmation of who I am, and that must do what makes me happy.
Who you are is still
yes.
a
No,
dude.
no. Do what makes you happy, not what makes your children and your wife of 17
Or
years
your parents,
happy.
or your
kids.
Yes, yeah. I'm going to read this again because this what makes the story so great. The 49-year-old father of 3 said he is now splitting from his wife of 17 years to become a woman. 3 kids. Wife of 17 years.
Selfish piece.
It
of
is selfish.
Shit.
But I've always been a woman.
Then do it when you're
Fuck
20.
You.
Then how about not marry a woman and have kids with her first?
Then you know what? Have extended, vacation time where you can go and dress up in your silly skirt for a little while to get it out of your system. Fuck you. When you got kids,
You're a
you gotta raise
father.
kids.
You're a responsible father.
What a fucking asshole.
Well, I don't know how
It's-
responsible he is.
It's funny that you're saying this because there's a kid that works at my store.
No.
And
No.
he's got an he's slowly trying to become a woman.
No.
And dude, to the point that like on Facebook, one of my coworkers showed me a picture of him at Fort Lauderdale Beach wearing a 2-piece polka dot bikini.
Oh no.
Like he's growing out his
awesome.
hair really, really. But here's the thing. Okay, he's got type 2 diabetes, and also he has vitiligo.
Oh, so he's a big fatso with blotches on his skin?
No, he's a skinny, rail thin kid
Oh.
with white blotches on his skin and the worst long hair ever. And he and his other identity. His name is Lily Melody.
No, it's not.
Dude, you can search him on Facebook.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And he works at my store. I'm like, and I actually had these talks with like my other co-manager. I'm like, look, are we gonna keep it on when he actually does like the full transformation? And he's like, no, we're gonna shift him to another store because he'll get murdered here.
Oh my God. This is
Yeah.
I don't but you know what though? I respect that kid that's working with you because he's doing it at a young enough in his life where he's not hurting a wife or kids.
And he's doing like a slow burn, right?
He's
kinda like, He's kind of like,
he's-
gradually, like every once in a while, like he's got a new pair of earrings and now he's got like a weird girly bracelet.
That's the thing. At work, he won't wear anything. He just like he'll wear women's
he's
panties.
nude?
He'll wear like skinny jeans and like girl shirts, but like I think he's on either he's on hormones or he's like just eating a lot of fatty foods because he's getting bitch tits now.
Probably hormones. Well, we got to start wrapping up, guys, because the Red Show's coming up right after us now. So stay tuned for that. And Dutch, would you like to do Neglected Hippo Text? You got the music and all that?
I would. Go ahead, hit some plugs real quick.
All right. May 11th, this Saturday, is the new CZW pay-per-view, so buy that. The last one was awesome. You'll be seeing our signs there, so support them because they support us. What else? What else are we plugging? At Hippojuice Film on Twitter, at Joel Dutch, at HJuice Marie, and John. Are you on Twitter anymore? I don't really see you on that much.
I'm on Twitter. It's just I never really have time to like
at
tweet
John's
anything.
at John's Epitome if you want to get him. Like I said, the Red Show up next. Dutch, neglected text.
Here we go. I once stabbed someone with a pencil in school. No problem. Welcome to the continued pussification of America. Who wrote this story? Mike Hunt? We're not a Christian nation. He put it all in capital letters, so I had to scream it. Creed equals best Christian band ever.
Woo, Creed!
All right, go ahead.
Bye, guys.
By the way, can we? I kind of liked it a couple weeks ago when we all picked out our favorite one.
Okay.
Can we start doing that?
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that next
I
week.
have one.
Go, Marie, quick.
ahead.
We have to hurry up. We're running late.
Fun fact: Joss Whedon almost wrote a series about. Oh no, that wasn't my favorite one. Damn it! Can I do another one?
Yes, hurry up.
It's a hard market for goats right now.
Okay. All right, guys.
There
Thanks
you
for
go.
listening. Red Show coming up next. See you later.
That would be funny if it weren't so sad. Well, you have been replaced. I don't need anyone now. When I delete you, maybe I